going for it. That final inside clip. Lurking in the smoke, well done. Round of applause.
Well, the season has just begun, about a month ago in Long Beach, and now here we are at Road Atlanta, where it all began in 2004, but we kicked things off on the streets of Long Beach. And there's a couple Irishmen and a Fredric Aasbo, a Norwegian hammer. But we look back at our 2025 season, and here at Road Atlanta, it was a wet one, and we might see that, but the champagne rang out. Hiroya Manoa, he's not here in the building today. He's doing kind of a partial season, but we're going to be your tour guides here today. I'm Jared Deane. Joining me is Mr. Jacob Gittin. Jacob, last year, we saw some rising talent overall. Hiroya Manoa, notably, youngest driver ever to win an event. Adam LZ came out on top at E-Town. He's very familiar with this track. That was a big win for him because he campaigned his own vehicle. But your thoughts on last season coming into this season?
Yeah, I mean, it was a crazy season to say the least. Obviously, James Deane had probably one of the most dominant seasons we've ever seen in FD, but it already seems to be turning on its head. Yeah. So, not putting anything against James Deane, but he didn't win the first round, right. So it's already him having to fight back from there. So, yeah, it's going to be a great year. I know that for sure. I'm super stoked that qualifying's back because it just gives us that next thing to more or less get into and talk about.
Yeah, and like we said, James Deane getting that victory, the first ever 4-time and now the 5-time back-to-back. Can he go, 3-3? He won his first trio of championships back-to-back-to-back. We didn't see James for multiple years, and now he's got that Mustang absolutely bridled, and he's tamed the Bucket Bronco. Coincidentally, another Ford product, but the Shanahan brothers are on it. Jack Shanahan, Conor Shanahan. Overall, and we have 3 new tracks, but super excited to go to some new venues and also some tried and true, just like here, Road Atlanta, round 2, Road to the Championship. It began in Long Beach, continues on from Atlanta, going on to Orlando, and again, some new tracks. But excited to be back here once again here in beautiful Atlanta. Some great vibes, good times, just overall, a lot of music being created. We're creating music of our own. This is where the red dirt meets the asphalt of Road Atlanta, an iconic track as we crack a rock star. Again, I'm Jared Deane. This is Jacob Gittin, my co-host there in the Pro Championship, as well as host of the Outer Zone podcast for some great insight and perspective. Be sure to tune in episodes of Outer Zone. Most recently, Matt Sopa, Pro Spec announcer, as well as Start Line, a driver, a competitor himself. So it's great to be back, man. How are you?
Yeah, I'm stoked. I love Atlanta. Just the vibes, everything else. I already did my visit over to Team Rowdy.
Gang now.
I know. I've been indoctrinated.
Yeah. What's the? They say Post Malone looks like 2 of those. What are the capybaras?
Oh, yeah.
Your mustache is like a postie. 2 capybaras kissing.
All right, that's fine.
All right. Again, new tracks. Connecticut, Indy, Las Vegas. We're going back to Sin City, so super excited about that. The Bull Ring, Connecticut. Never even been to the track. I mean, I've touched 49 of the 50 states. The only one I'm missing is Vermont.
Really?
Yeah, it's the only one. But Connecticut, great spot.
I would have figured it was like Alaska or something like that.
Been to Alaska.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep. Let's take a look at the current standings. Again, 1 round deep, and this gentleman is absolutely on a tear. Talking about Mr. Shanahan, Conor Shanahan to be exact, winning just last weekend at Drift Masters. You were out there in Italy, and then obviously right before that, Long Beach. Similar, but not the same chassis. So that's got to be a good level of continuity and confidence for him.
Yeah. There's a couple of changes in between the two, but obviously the engines are different and everything else. But yeah, I mean, seat time in a chassis, especially if it's the same base platform, that's massive. And he's just on a heater. I mean, they're your standings right now after that first round. Conor up front, Fredric Aasbo right after that, Jack Shanahan, Cole Richards in 4th. Woo! When was the last time we saw a rookie, coming out of Pro Spec, make that jump and do that well right out of the bat?
Yeah, that is absolutely uncontested the best a pro spec driver any driver jumping into pro and having fourth just outside of a podium finish. That would have been absolutely monumental. But taking a look at the rest of the standings, Ryan Litteral, Adam LZ, Matt Field, Dan Burkett, excuse me, I don't know why I said that.
I don't know.
I've known him for a long time. Weird. Stuke, TLO, Beechum in the building. Obviously, taking a look at this overall, our K&N, the official filter of Formula Drift, and you can see Rudy, Derek, Rome. Notably not here, but who is here? Arroyo Manoa, again, doing a partial season. He's racing stage rally over, it's like WRC 3, I think it is.
Yes, I believe so.
I'm super excited for him and, just all of his racing efforts just at such a young age, such a rising talent. Super stoked for him. But who is here? Vaughn Gittin Jr. Vaughn Gittin Jr. is in the building, man. The introduction of what we like to emphatically call Wally, but created by Race Data Labs. Walk us through what we're looking at and how we're going to utilize it, Jacob.
Yeah, essentially this is a 3D representation of a real life run, and basically what you're taking a look there is how this judging system works within qualifying. So it's a little box. It sits on the top of every vehicle. You'll be able to spot it once we get some action going.
This is Long Beach.
This is Long Beach. This is not here. But yeah, this gives you an idea of what a couple of these runs look like. They've already done massive updates to it since, and it looks really interesting. This is how it's judging. So 40 points for line, 44 angle. Style points are 20, and that is done by our human judges. And then all zones are equal except for outside zone 5, where it'll be 1.5 times. That's the one at the top of the keyhole. So that is the big one to really keep an eye on.
And taking a look at the criteria details, line only scored in zones. The average angle from activation point to finish line. So basically, elaborate that for me, if you will.
Yeah.
Talking to Michael and obviously Will, but style covers everything. Not covered by Race Data Labs. Focusing on transitions, initiations, mistakes, and quality of driving. But walk us through there. Hey, stay in the zone, bro. Stay locked in, boys.
He's back from last year.
Stay locked in. Don't you move.
You broke him last year. You could do it again.
What, that guy?
Yeah, that was the guy.
I mean, that's really cool. Anybody got spare change? Looks like he will drift for food. Is that what we're doing?
Just call him Baby Bird. He'll remember.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. He's just locked in, dude. Stay focused. Keep your eye on the prize and don't fart. Okay, just don't do that. And he's locked in.
He's doing good.
And we do have, again, our judges, and here are their keys to victory. Open the door, Jacob.
Yeah, focus on initiation. Basically, they want a really, really clean initiation to make sure the chase is as good as possible. Not as big of a deal right now in qualifying, but stay at lock longer for maximum points. They want a ton of angle. Angle was kind of the big key thing in Long Beach. It's going to be that as well. And then, you want fast, snappy transitions. Because the angle is the average over the run, the more time you're at angle, so the faster you snap over to angle, the more points you're basically picking up for that score. And as we talked about, zone 5, that is worth 1.5 times.
I feel like when you talk about that, get to angle, lock it in. I feel like it's Tony Hawk Pro Skater when you manual.
Yeah.
It's manual.
Over and over,
get the combo.
There. Yeah.
Right. So you kind of got to get that multiplier. By no means is this drift shifters that we've done many moons ago, but our 3 judges, Vernon Zvanveld, Brian Egger, and Reese Marin. They are up there in the booth just next to our spotters, just to our right. And we are up the eye in the sky, analyzing, judging. Look at the baby, catch an early flight home from San Diego. And people jump out of the closet like a magic show.
Yep.
Yeah.
Great movie.
All right, take a look back at last year, as it was a wet one, and it went, what did it go? I think it went 3 times total.
I believe you're right. Yeah, 2 more times. It was crazy. There's nothing between them on every lap, and they got better after every lap as well. And then I remember it getting real mucky, and there was red dirt everywhere, and very Atlanta, but gives you an idea of that chase run. It was a long.
James Deane from Ireland, Fredric Aasbo, and Odie Bakchis just the seat time. He's changed chassis. I'm excited to see what Odie can do with this BRZ. I think he is going to be a real contender this year. I think him having Sean Booth be part of his program this year, I think it's really good. But overall, again, people to watch: Wataru Masuyama, Cody Buchanan, Nate Chen, and Cole Richards all moved up from Pro Spec. So those 3 gentlemen, those are 3 and solo rookies for our 2026 season, and we talked about it earlier at the top of the show. Cole Richards, what an absolute legend. He lives here in Georgia. He's originally from Naples, Florida, but he very thankfully gave us a ride in a golf cart, and I said thanks. I said, dude, what? Dude,
I
killing
know,
it.
right?
And he's like, what? And he's just so like dry. What? I was like, dude, you're driving. You're killing it. Like he just has this humility and kind of. I'm just gonna call. I love the kid. A little awkwardness at sometimes, but like you embrace that. Not everybody is just big, gregarious, and loud and all that. And that's the potpourri and the quilt that is Formula Drift. Many different pieces of material and different people.
Lots of personalities. We got the full spectrum of personalities.
Top 5 finish odds here with NXT Bets. Scan that QR code. 52%. I mean, if you're a betting man, duh.
That's interesting.
James Deane, Fredric Aasbo. Cody Bakchis is one to watch. Look at Jack Shanahan. Connor's not even part of that conversation.
What? Vaughn?
Forsberg?
Pull some stats on Vaughn in Atlanta and then come talk to me.
Yeah, dude. I mean, hey. I don't know exactly who is the statistician on this, but if you can bet, just go bet, dude.
Yeah, if you know drifting, and you can bet,
do it now.
Regulations, this is it. Yeah.
And if you can't bet, you could play flip. So flip fantasy. So look at that, Diego. Okay.
There's a fan vote in here.
Obviously, it's a popularity contest. Brazil blows up the internet, man. So again, I always talk about Diego Higa and Brazil. They are ravenous for their Brazilian drivers. Obviously, Adam LZ, James Deane, Conor Shanahan, the Shanahan boys. So notably the only American there. Again, vote for your favorite driver. Duh.
Yeah.
I mean, that's again. Brazil, they go ham.
You know what? Power to them. I love it. I love the support from the community.
Yep. So vote now. Scan that QR code. Who is your favorite driver? And once again, it bears repeating. We no longer have the seating bracket battles. We've gone. I don't want to say old school. We've gone back to a more traditional, straightforward solo, two non-consecutive qualifying runs. So you'll have a run, go back to the line, and then go on. And so as a thank you to BC Racing for their support, the official suspension of Formula Drift. And if you haven't already, be sure to stop by the BC Racing Custom Coilover booth Saturday from 1 to 1:30 for the BC Racing Driver Autograph Session. Meet some of your favorite BC drivers and pick up a free BC Formula Drift track map poster, only available at the BC Autograph Session. So pick one up. They're pretty cool. It's like a, what you call a little...
It's like a cereal box treasure map. That's what it looks like. It looks super cool.
We're
Definitely
going
gonna
on a trip in our favorite rocket ship. We're going to Formula Drift at Road Atlanta.
Yeah,
That's terrible, dog.
We'll work on it.
Yeah,
we got
we'll
all
get
weekends.
Back to, we're the Backyardigans.
Tune back in on Saturday.
Back at it again with the Backyardigans. Speaking of back at it again, RTR ready to rock. Vaughn Gittin Jr.'s in the building, baby. Again, your two-time Formula Drift. Shoot, we're all busy, but I always say sometimes you see the duck, you don't see the feet. So it's really great to see just the success. How are we doing out there, guys? Thanks for joining us out here. Got to
hey, there it is.
Getting hyped. Beautiful braids, by the way. Those are awesome. Really, really nice braids. You're very welcome.
Yeah.
Now braid his beard. Braid his beard. Let's get some beard threads going.
Yeah. Very pirate.
Yeah, up front. Yeah. They're always after me, Lucky. Yeah. So. All right.
That's not a pirate.
I know, that was Irish.
Yeah.
I'll just stop at the things. Yeah, I appreciate it. All right, so Matt Sopa changing out from his gray shirt to his red shirt. Matt Sopa, keeping your eye on you. Stay back. All right. Well, Vaughn Gittin Jr. entering into the burnout box, lighting up those Nitto tires. And it's great to have him. I believe he's doing 2 rounds this season. I can't remember. I texted him and asked him, but I don't know if I texted him yet. Can you recall exactly what other round he's going to be doing?
I don't know if he's willing to say yet. But yeah, I think he's done 2.
Let's expose him.
let's let the world know.
Yeah.
There you go, nitrous purge. Right off the bat, running a ton of nitrous in those RTR cars, but big old NA with a lot of shot of nitrous.
A lot of nitrous, a lot of laughing gas for the kids. All right, here we go. Vaughn Gittin Jr. with his first qualifying run, absolutely shredding out the gate. And away they go. Kentucky Derby was last weekend, but this pony's on it and running. Here we go, past that inside clip, now working his way up the hill, no problem. Look at that, minimal corrections. Talk about locked and loaded. Back at it like a track addict, yes sir. Mr. Plow comes down the hill. I mean, like he never left. Absolutely flawless. What a way to start qualifying. Yes sir.
Vaughn's back.
Vaughn's
back. Like he's never left.
Back good again.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Getting it. He is definitely getting it. He's always getting it.
Yeah, he's always getting it. And this is why he's had 5 top 3 finishes in qualifying. He is second in that stat. It's nuts. I mean, this is a track that he's done incredibly well at and does not look like he's slowing down at all. Now, the big thing to watch out for in qualifying today is going to be that outside zone 5. Chatting with the guys over at Wally, that's going to be the difference maker in a lot of these points, is fulfilling that entire zone. But man, I got almost nothing to say there for Vaughn. That's great.
No corrections. No corrections. Masterclass.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, take a look. A big initiation there. Uses all the track. You can see some of these zone scores in there. It might get docked a little bit. Looks like it on that first one. Just touching that rumble strip a little bit. But I love the amount of pace that he's able to keep coming up through into zone 4. And then this is zone 5 right there.
Boom. 57. Okay.
So coming out of it just a touch early. You got to remember, like, the Wally system wants you basically on the edge of the track the entire way around. And that's what's going to be the big difference for you in that spot.
All right, and you can see they are just zones. So keep that in mind when it says zone 3. It's just, even though it's a front or a back, it's just a zone. That's all they're calling it. So surprised on that. Was that the inside clip that he only hit like
I think so,
single digit percentage? Yeah. Okay, so there it is, 75-10. Now, you know, that sounds like a low score. C, you know, hey, I'd be happy with that. C is still passing, but a 75-10, it's on a scale, like right on a sliding scale. So we're, you know, when you get up in those 80s, 90s, you know, it's kind of, I saw a David Portnoy video about the one pizza slice. He's like 8.7. He's like, how about like, or I think he said 7.8 or something like that. And the guy was so offended. He's like, that's a monster number.
Damn.
So you got to know really what you're judging it against. So as we are moving on, we got RCP, Rome Charpentier, in that garagistic BMW. He failed to make competition in Long Beach and now looks very precise here. Breaks out the scalpel, brings his way up into the horseshoe, getting to that outside zone, fills all of it, came into it very cleanly. Again, minimal corrections. Nice job. I mean, everybody loves this track, knows this track, very familiar with it. It's got a good flow to it overall. There goes Rome. And cross the finish line. Well done. RCP, Rome Charpentier.
I mean, he's stoked just to be out here. He unfortunately lost a transmission in his truck in Texas, and somebody who was already camped out here made their way all the way to Texas to go pick him up, 14 hours each way.
No way.
So, yeah, just for him to be out here at this track, that is a massive, massive win. And he's supporting a lot of other drivers here this weekend as well. So, good on Rome, always adding back to the community. Yeah, his front looks really, really good here for Rome. I like that he completely filled outside zone 5 through that section. You really don't want to leave it early. That box in the middle, that's going to be another kind of crucial spot there for zone 7. And yeah, I mean, good run. We're gonna see, this is the thing. We're going to see a lot of these really solid runs. But now with this Race Data Lab system, it's going to be way more nitpicky. As you can see there, he superseded zone 2 by just a little bit, but it's going to dock points pretty heavy. And this is what I'm talking about here through 5. You really, that's the zone you've got to focus on because it's going to carry so many more points than other zones. So I think that's going to be one of the biggest points that we need to, that all the drivers need to focus on. It's just, you could almost give up not give it up, but you could sacrifice some of zone 6 just to make sure that zone 5 you get all the way through it.
Never going to give you up, never going to let you down. 76.06. So we do have 33 drivers. So once again, coincidentally, here we are looking at Rome Charpentier, and Hiroya Manoa is not here. So that means we do have 33 drivers, which does include Hiroya is out, Vaughn is in. So one driver will be watching from the grandstands on Saturday. So who's it going to be? We will find out by the end of tonight's festivities. Derek Madison always is a good time. His pit's looking good, looking dialed. So we'll see if D-Mads from St. Louis can put down a run here. But again, just so much equity and knowledge of coming here 23 years. Here comes Derek Madison, that coilover depot S chassis. Kind of a slow roll there, coming into that first zone, and then taps that inside clip. You can hear him on the throttle, burp, burp, burp. But this is where you kind of almost hack the Race Data Labs where you can fill it. But again, keep in mind that last 20 as voted on by our judges, the last 20 points I'm talking about, 40 in line, 40 in angle, 20 in style, and the 20 in style is allocated and scrutinized by our human judges.
Yeah, the style points you can definitely make up for a lot of things with that. But a good style is also going to lead to a really good angle score as well because of how much you're throwing that car around. So Derek Madison opting for a bit more of a straight line initiation, which is going to be a bit safer. You know, the chances of having a miscalculation when you go for a straight line is a lot less than if you go for like a big feint or a weight transfer a weight transfer initiation. So I like that he's being a little bit more cautious on this run. Get one in the bank, especially if you know that there's only one person that's going out. You don't want to be the person sitting on a zero after their first run. You don't want to be on that bubble. So I agree. Take a bit more of a safe approach on that and see what happens after that, because someone might end up double zeroing.
Yeah.
All you got to do is throw a run down.
Yeah, and that's I believe, no, I think one did get a run, just wasn't enough. So.
Yeah. I mean, Federico, who lent him the car for the weekend. Fenny's on the same car this weekend. Yeah, so yeah, we'll get to him. For right now, Derek Madison, solid run up there. As you can see with those line scores, zone 2 superseding that a lot. That's that inside zone. As soon as they come around the corner, that one's going to hurt him a little bit.
Sun setting here in a little bit. A beautiful Georgia sky here, and there's D-Mads in 65.7. So you can see line, angle, and style, 26, 31, and 8 out of 20. Our K&N qualifying continues. Rudy Hansen talking to his lovely wife, Shelly Hard Candy Hansen. She was talking to me about Simen Olsen's motor popping, Rudy going through the oil. Like, there was a lot of calamity earlier today with the rain, the this, that. So that's why Rudy looks a little bit rough, but guess what? He's going to drive this thing roughly. Here we go. Rudy Hansen past that inside clip. Good fluidity, and you can see just minimal corrections there, but that's not going to hurt him too much. That's going to hurt him in style, but as far as placement of it, had to dive back in. Not the most proper line, more abrupt, going to that inside clip in the keyhole. Now coming back across. That thing, I mean, look, we are in the times of gas being almost $7 in California, so I feel like it is a scene out of Mad Max.
You took the words right out of my mouth on that one. It's going the same way. So yeah, Rudy Hansen going for a much wider line on that initiation. Really got to woe that car up. It does a good job of collecting that first and second inside. Might have been a little bit too far inside on that section, but Rudy's line here is actually pretty solid. You know, if you take a look, like he went through 5, did a great job through there. The line on this is pretty good, but he had to sacrifice some of those angle and style scores to get it. So it's that balancing act between all the factors that you're going for. Yeah. So we'll see. Yeah, I mean, not super deep in that. 50%, that makes sense, right? He's only halfway through that zone when we talk about how deep he is in it. He collected the whole thing, but being all the way to the edge of the track is what you want to do, and that hopefully gives some people some ideas on where would these numbers come from. The ideal line is you are at the edge of the track from the start of the zone to the end of the zone. That is the ideal line that the Wally system is judging you against.
These inside clips giving Rudy Hansen a little bit of trouble there, and you can see that reflected in his scores, but still a score, 65.96. And we can see line, angle, and style.
So next up, we got Jhonnattan Castro.
Ooh, Castro.
I know.
This track suits his style. Pass it inside clip, brings it right in tightly, and just slingshotting his way up. Big angle there, massive angle from Castro. Very fluid going from that outside zone into the clip. We are expediting these drivers. I'm loving it.
The system has sped up significantly since Long Beach. So
yeah, and that, you know, that's always just the evolution of where we at from 2004 to now. You know, we've attempted different methods of judging, and I think this is a good compromise of giving it the technology that we have capable.
Bring back the dial.
The dial.
the dial. I'll never forget the dial.
The emotion dog.
Yeah.
The emotion dial.
Brian's like, don't bring back the dial. Yeah, Castro does a really good job. I like how deep he is in 5. You can see the amount of angle. And I think you're going to see a lot more of this too, is, you know, drivers, once again, they're starting to understand the rules of the game, and they're starting to figure out exactly what it is that they need to do to get the best score possible. And that's the thing, when you have this judging criteria that's dictated by this machine, that's what's going to do it. So I really do think it's we saw shades of it in Long Beach, but it is going to direct judging or driving style quite a lot as the years go on.
Yeah, I think just, you know, having the technology and what we have readily available. Like I said, Race Data Labs, I saw this a little over a year ago, and from where even it is in the year has just absolutely rapidly just grown. So it's really cool. Hats off to Miguel and his whole team. I don't know what he's going by today, if it's Miguel, Mikey, I don't know, Michael, regardless, Race Data Labs and the Wally, as we so much love it. And Will Parsons is here too. Will's in the building. If anybody remembers old school Formula Drift, Mr. Will the Thrill Parsons, this gentleman, he's just too excited. He's just like a puppy.
I know.
Like, once a jump, you're like, Will, calm down, buddy. Give him that little melatonin pill, and it just knocks him out. But Will, a drifting OG. Yeah, an OG. There you go. All right. We all love this car, Evangelion livery, so you got to love Evangelion racing, part of that nerve. Getting the drone, getting the robot, right? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
All right. Sorry. Masuyama, thank you so much. Wataru Masuyama gets that outside zone, now transitions through that keyhole. Nice job there. Bit of a hiccup, like you saw the car kind of just jostle around. Now coming back up the hill, Masuyama rips up. Jerry Yang Racing, I mean, just what an absolute camp. You know, they're from right down the road here.
Yeah.
And Jerry Yang, like you said, with Conor Shanahan, runs at 86, but with Jerry's affinity and knowledge of Nissans, that's why he runs Nissan motors in all his things. So he runs, what is the VR?
Yep.
The VR, which is basically the GTR motor. Let's look at it again.
Yeah, Wataru, he's really come a long way even since practice, and a little bit more confidence in his driving. First outside zone, second, looking really, really good, collecting those well. You want that trailing tire basically just like completely going through the center of that box is more or less what they're aiming for through that section. So you can see on this overhead view just how well he's doing through those sections of the track. So it's, yeah, we'll talk about it a bunch, but this system is going to dictate a lot of driving, especially now that the drivers have a lot more access to that information, and there's even more information available. So yeah, 91 on that first zone, second one, 72. I mean, line score, this is already looking quite good.
Yeah.
So,
but like I said, hacking it though. And
that's but you lose style there.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So like you said, you rob Peter to pay Paul, and you know you're going to compromise here, but excel over here. And zone 6, 21%, 47%, and then the final one, Bingo Bongo, gets a 0. Oh wow! So totally evaded that last outside zone. The Racer Network. Download the app. It's free. There's not a paid wall. Yes, there are options to pay for more stuff, but I'm telling you right now, it literally, Brian Eggert did a great video. Look, I'll show you how quickly it is. He screen captured how quickly it was. Racer Network, do this, download the app, bing, boom, watch Formula Drift. It's not that hard.
Lots of other racing on it too. Yeah.
Event with Grid Life as well, so that's awesome. Andy Hateley coming down the hill, as you can see Andy Hateley coming down in the BMW. Such an iconic car. Love the spirit of the Drift Wizard. Into the outside zone, past that clip, now exiting out. Almost came out of gear or something, almost had a hiccup, but stayed in it, and now brings it back up. So good run there by Mr. Hateley, the Drift Wizard.
Yeah, another what feels like get a run on the board. You know, keep trying to build off of it for Andy Hateley. I mean, he's been around. Pro Spec split, and then moved down into what was Pro 2 at the time. But yeah, it's looking like Andy on this run, kind of inside on those inside clips, as you can tell with our scoring system coming up and doing a great job through outside zone 4, collecting our inside zone 6, and then catching out a little bit. The layout this year seems to be a little bit more flowy, really moving the drivers around a lot on track, which also means that there's a lot of room for the chase. That's more or less what it's set up for in this is, you know, the judges want it set up in a way where it's going to promote a good chase.
How do you want it? 62.36 for Mr. Hateley. All right. Gosh, such a beautiful track. Had a lot of rain last night. So when we come back, we'll continue with K&N qualifying Don't go anywhere here at Road Atlanta, round 2 of the Formula Drift Pro Championship. Man, look at the mud over there spraying. Looks like Crandon, not Road Atlanta. We're going off-road. We're going on-road. Where we're going, we don't need roads. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, more Formula Drift action.
Engine, ABS, or maintenance light on? There's an O'Reilly Auto Parts. Turn left, Tyler.
Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free and provides a report with solutions verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you don't want to do the repair yourself, we can recommend a shop for you.
Okay, Tyler, let's go fix your car.
Auto Parts.
Bold move, Cotton. Speaking of Cotton, look at the Cotton coming out the back there as we are continuing on with qualifying. We have gone back and I don't even want to say regress, but with the development of technology, we have the Race Data Labs here at our Road to the Championship, round 2 of the Formula Drift Pro Championship on Racer Network, on the Racer app. So download it now as we are absolutely ripping and a tearing here at Road Atlanta. Yep. And, what do we have next? Who's coming down?
Federico Sceriffo. Yep.
All right. Get out those emojis. Get out the Italian emoji hands.
Yep.
What's going on with Fiorello? Did you catch up with him?
I don't know. The last that I had heard is he was waiting on some very specific and rare parts, and it was held up in customs. So, and then he posted today. He's like, I got some unfinished business with this car. So,
look at the baby.
Look at the baby.
Oh,
it's got little ears.
Dude, you have that same outfit. You got to wear that.
I know. It couldn't fit in the carry-on. So it was a choice. It was either that or, the Rockstar apparel. Respect.
All right, Federico Sceriffo. What's he calling this thing? It's got a beautiful Italian name too. But this BMW 1 Series, he's making it look good. And there we go. As comes around that inside clip, the first one. Yeah, great angle there from Federico Sceriffo. Gets it all the way to the outside edge. Little handbrake yank there. Ticks that box. Exits out. There is a box. There's not a box, more of a rectangle with an arch.
Yep.
That's as you exit out and makes quick work of this Road Atlanta track. And he's having fun. That was like a dog wagging his tail. Like, did I do good? Did I do good?
That was very good. That was very good. Good point. Federico Sceriffo, he's looking so good in this car. I absolutely love Fiorella, the Ferrari, but now seeing him in a vehicle that is not a one-off, something that we have a lot of information on how to make them go sideways. It's super cool to see and really allow him to show what he's able to do. And we're seeing through these most of the scores where he's getting docked points is he's too aggressive. He's really trying to overshoot a few of these spots. So good job for him. I'm stoked to see the progression in his driving. Not even the progression, just him showing what we drifting historians know what he can actually do.
Rosella.
Ah, interesting.
Yeah, that's the car's name. So he always
cute puppy.
deems him. Yep, and that's a good dog. Can I pet that dog? Wag that tail, baby. All right. So Federico Sceriffo with a 73.43, definitely a good score. Again, nobody's been in the 80s just yet, correct?
Not yet.
Yep. So
I was warned that this is a very tough track when it comes to the Race Data Lab system. So to expect the scores to reflect that.
Ready Player One.
Yeah.
Ken Gushi, that's the next player here. Car number 21, the Toyota Gazoo Racing Ready Performance Kenda GR86. The OG, original Gushi. Yo, come on down. Our next contestant on The Price is Right. Yes, sir, pass an inside clip, navigates around, quick little yank. Had to massage it around that clip, was on kind of the incorrect line, then just quickly changed it up. Oh, buddy,
now
gets
we
into
go.
that dirt. Yes, sir, the gravel machine gun spraying at the fans. Again, Thursday, a little lean here today, but expecting a packed house. Like to see, more people show up for Prospect tomorrow. Again, a lot of talent there. And, here we are with 33 drivers, but unfortunately there are quite a bit. There were not just about 6 drivers that aren't qualifying for tomorrow's Prospect.
Yeah, it's tough go over there, but that's how seating works out. But if you get a chance, definitely go back and watch that. There's some super, super cool battles back in Prospect. I got to hang out and do that. I think when we take a look here at Ken's run, you're going to find on outside zone 5, that score is going to be quite good because that's where they're looking for that car to be. They really, really want it all the way out to the edge of the track. It's going to reward flirting with disaster. That's the whole point of this. So, be able to see here with this score, and you can see how far into that. So Ken would have been docked just a couple of points for overshooting that. They don't want to see you on the rumble strips. Just on the edge of it is fine. But let's see here on outside zone 5. Maybe docked a couple of points. Yeah, 88. So good job from Ken on that one. But a couple of the other zones eluding him. Zone 3, zone 6, a little bit tougher. Zone 3 is just pretty far on the outside of it. So that's a tough part. But yeah, like I said, zone 5, that's going to be the big point there.
Gushi scores to aggregate 69. Nice, .46 for Kenshiro Gushi, position 6. Excited to see what he's got for us at Atlanta. Coming down. That Nissan Z, the reboot, nice job there. You can see him yanking that brake. He also had to kind of modify and tick that box. Ripping up, slingshotting into the horseshoe. Didn't get all the way out there. You talk about the edge of the course. Needs to get all the way out there. As the RDL, Race Data Labs, accumulating the scores. Filling on in. And comes back up. So nice job by Cody Buchanan. Definitely left some points out there.
Yeah.
But like you said, just getting those nerves out of the way, getting a comfortable score, maybe ramp it up on his next one.
Yeah, and we see that a lot with 2-run qualifying, and that tends to be the case. Is people get a nice comfortable one in there. You're also getting the lay of the land. You're getting the track temps. This is going to be the first time that they've really been able to get the practice in as the sun has basically gone down at this point. So track is going to develop it a lot. A couple of big clutch kicks there for Cody Buchanan, having to get that thing around. He's left it in pretty much the same spec as he had it in Prospect, which I like. Why make it harder on yourself by trying to redevelop everything? He's got another build on the go. He says to me he's taking his time with. He's enjoying the building process of it. So I'm excited to see when that vehicle makes its debut. It may not be till next year, but either way, he'll have something new and fresh coming out soon.
By the way, I like Capybaras too.
Yeah,
I want to go to like one of those places where you can hang out with them.
There's one in Florida.
Really?
It's not far from me.
Oh, really?
It's crazy expensive, but yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I want to put a saddle on one.
Ooh.
I don't want like Peter to call me. I'm joking. Like.
Yeah, you don't want to ride it. You're just like, I just want to see one with a saddle.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll put a doll on it.
Yeah. and like I want to golf in Brazil where they're all over the course.
Pick up your ball.
All right. Yeah. Oh wow. What? Okay. Are we doing signals here? The United States Army. Oh, Sully throwing some bat signals out here. United States Army, GT Radial, BMW, O'Sullivan. On the throttle, you kind of massaging that go pedal. Not the smoothest when it comes to that exhaust zone. You saw that with the attitude of the car, but violent transition there going to that last inside clip.
You can see the headers glowing through the front
Right?
bumper. Oh,
Yeah, I
wild.
mean, I'm gonna have a stroke looking at this thing. The lights, the header, all that. I'm like, what is happening? You know, the warning before you turn on a video game.
Yeah,
You know, if you suffer from like, I'm gonna glitch.
Yeah, comes over the track from the far left line. Not a super aggressive initiation, but definitely one to get the car out. Every driver's got their own style when it comes to that. Now remember that we're not judging the line in between the zones. It's just in the zones, but does a really, really good job there through outside zone 5. And then even here through 6, I wonder just supersedes that a bit. So I'll have to take a look on that one. Or sorry, through 7. But yeah, not too bad of a run there from Conor O'Sullivan.
O'Sullivan. Drifting car. Yow! Okay, let's see what O'Sully has accumulated. Utilizing the RDL. The Wally, you can see it on top. Looks like a big like computer mohawk on top. 70.73. So a good score for Conor O'Sullivan. Oh yeah, dog. Hey, let me get a bite of that egg roll, homeboy. Here, give it up. Let's.
I might grab one of those later. They look good.
These. Oh, I love egg rolls. Egg rolls and drifting.
What a combo.
Peanut butter and jelly.
Yep.
Get a little bit of tire debris on top of my egg roll. Woo. Really sealing the flavor. Trenton Beechum, FL Pro vehicle, Kenda tires. As we're ready to throw down for his town, talking about Southern California. Pin to win. Going up on into that horseshoe. That Clone X BMW. Past that inside clip. Driving it home in the keyhole. And brings it on past that finish line. Executes flawlessly. Definitely.
Really early in that run. I like how committed he is to basically taking it home at that point in time, but does a great job coming up the hill, fills the zone. I mean, he's deep through that section. And then as he comes to the inside clip, everything looking very stable. Lot of wheel speed through there, kind of hunting for the grip, but yeah, he's I think setup-wise, he's gonna have to change it just a little bit when he gets into tandem, but I do like. The one thing I really like about qualifying is that we're starting to see the different setups again where, you know, in head-to-head, in top 32, drivers are going to have a car that's really gripped up, and now we're seeing some more wheel speed out of it. When we're going to do qualifying, a little bit looser, a little bit easier to drive.
66.43, so Beechum. Good on the style points. You can see 11, 12, 11, the average lap, 11.33. And moving on to, looks like we got that of TLO, Tommy Lemaire, your fellow congratulations. All right, TLO, Tommy Lemaire, using all the course. Here goes Tommy Lemaire. Let's see if he can backflip. I haven't seen a backflip, not in the car, but when he wins. I haven't seen a backflip in a minute. That XPN Kenda Tires Corvette. Liking the new livery, looking good into that zone. You heard him lift to coast, not drift, because that's what they're doing, but he coasted out to that outside zone. That is the 1.5 multiplier. Now, transitions back. Dude, the flow is so good. The Flowgram program right now is doing really well.
Yeah, it's
literally from run to judging. Talking to Ryan Sager at 59 seconds.
That's perfect. Yeah, we're blasting through it. But yeah, Tommy really using the entire course. Gets out edge to edge, first outside zone, looking solid. Pins it through. On 5, but it's one of those things where he's going for the line. Going for the line score. And it's going to affect a bit on the style, but other than that, I mean, I do like the way he's able to get through the rest of this course. Yeah, Tommy only backflips when he wins.
Yeah, I know.
That's it. So,
but I'm saying I'd like to see a backflip, but
he's got it in him. He's 100% got it in.
Oh, dude, don't get emotional. It's okay, man. There's more. There's more coming. This guy's crying over here. It's okay, bud. We'll get back to drifting. I apologize. It's 70.66. Guess Tom Lemaire really does it for him.
Yeah, that's. I get it. Look at that man. Look at that man.
I love TLO.
He's a beautiful man.
He's so good looking. Daniel Stuke with a mane of a Shetland pony. Daniel Stuke.
That one got me.
He uses tail. We talked about
mane
tail
and
and
tail.
mane, dude. Mane and tail. Sorry. I got hair envy.
Yeah,
you know?
same.
So yeah, here we go. Stuke. See if he Stuckies. Stoke them out. Here we go. Stuke. Pass that inside clip. 1, 2, and a 3. Up into the keyhole. Into the horseshoe. Fills all of it. Really well done.
Yeah.
So that was a little hack in the planet right there. Oh, hit that rev limiter. Bogs down, but then continues on. Stuke, good transition from him. Very smooth. And that was good, straightforward.
Yeah,
right?
very, very solid. It's, as you said, through 5 there, it looked like when he got back on throttle, the car was going to shoot out, and he lifted off, grabbed the handbrake just for a second to extend that out. But that's how she goes. Obviously, the judges will look at that and say, hey, style-wise, not what we're looking for. But first outside zone, 89, fantastic job there. Could be a little bit tighter. He's going to collect those line points for it. There it is, 86. So,
like I said, hacking. That was literally hacking.
But once again, the judges will come back and probably dock him like 5 points on style for that one, just for that.
Well, and you saw the repercussions of that. So hung it out there on that's oh so important. Oh, is this one of the Canon? Okay, I didn't know if it was. Canon's doing that such killer activation, putting cameras in the hands of some photographers and letting them use it. So it's very cool. Canon, and I know Larry Chen's not here in the building, but love that Canon's here and excited to see how they utilize. Oh, look at that, Daniel Stuke, 75.33. So just goes to show you, 10.33. So 12, 9, 10. The average 12.33 out of 20. As the sun is setting, the party continues. The lights are on, and we're going to do some tire fires here. Don't go anywhere. Round 2 of the Formula Drift Pro Championship when we come back earlier today. We got fans. We're hyped. We're doing it. Shredding it till we're deading it. Cody Buchanan taking out the clips, but don't go anywhere. More qualifying when we come back.
When you're working on cars, there's a lot of things that can get you. A lot of little reminders from over the years. Fast Orange antibacterial kills 99% of germs that cause infection, and it has the strongest grease fighting formula in the Fast Orange lineup. This is our go-to at the shop. Citrus power, antibacterial protection, and grease fighter in one bottle. Fast Orange antibacterial hand cleaner.
それは国境を越えて時代やメーカーを超えて趣味嗜好すらも超えて車を愛する人たちをつなぐものつなぐ感情レイズ
A beautiful sight. Serena. See all that land out there, Jacob?
Yep.
That is all yours. As far as the sun can see. That is it. Actually, it's not. You're Canadian.
Yeah.
None of this is yours.
No.
Thank you. But look, sun setting. It says the championship in the black right there.
Poor Tracy.
Road to
Pan up.
the championship. So dramatic.
We're having fun. We're having a good time up here.
Yeah, and you know, again, everybody's in except one.
Except one.
Somebody is the reverse of Neo. They're
Yeah.
the opposite of the chosen one.
On one. The
Yeah.
negative one.
Ugh, Eno. Yep. Yep, they are the opposite. Okay, so you can see the ticker there, sitting in their position as Nathaniel Chen. One Nathaniel Chen. Chen out of Chen. We'll see if he's a 70 out of Chen, 60, or is he going to be the first driver to get into the 80s? We'll see.
Could be.
Yeah, Nate's been on it. Nate's again, just over the years progressed. He's having more fun. Look, even Matt gave him a thumbs up. Good job. You're doing it. You're doing it, bud. Here. All right, here we go. Nate Chen coming through the chute. Ripping on down the line. Little Manji. Initiation of the outside zone. Man, on throttle. I did not see a yank of that handbrake at all. Like I said, Nate just seems like he's having fun. He's much more fluid. He's part of that Jerry Yank camp. You can see him clutch kicking though. Whack, whack, whack. I mean, he is beating that thing up like a pinata. We'll see if there's a sweet treat comes out. Hopefully it doesn't come out of the vehicle because that would mean very bad things. But Nate Chen, dude, sticking it.
Yeah.
Well done. Like I said, like for real, let's look at the replay. I don't think he touched his handbrake at all on initiation.
Yeah, he came out of the gate really, really fast. Like, he is absolutely flying through here. And, yeah, it looks like a bit more left foot brake in that as well. But catches that inside zone just a little bit more than what the judges are more or less looking for as he, center punches that part of it. Now, outside zone 5 looks really, really solid as he comes through there. Just aggressive on it. I think he's just a touch aggressive on a few of the inside clips, but to me, I'd take that. I'd rather see a driver kind of overcommit to these as opposed to just like blowing off track or completely missing sections of it. So that's going to be the part that hurts him, is just on it a little bit too quick. I mean, the sun is coming down. The track is going to tack up just a little bit. There's going to be a point where it gets real grippy for them, but fans are hanging out, having a good time.
Oh yeah, player, don't move. Are we doing the mannequin challenge again?
Can we do the Harlem Shake or something?
66.53, so it's a 6 out of Chen?
I think so,
But
yeah.
puts him in a 10. So it was a 10.
10 out of Chen.
A 10 for Chen.
Yep.
We
couldn't have written that.
Yeah, we did. Actually, we're going off script.
Got the script right there.
Radical Daniel Burkett. Like, watched his last name. Rad Dan, great looking car. Love the livery, Renee. Great job. There's some handbrake. Yank. All right, past that inside clip. And now coming up the hill. Let's definitely fluid. He's going to escape some points there. Now comes back up the hill. The Rad Industries Toyota Supra uses all the course, almost gets in the dirt. And you got to think, those gator strips there, they are serrated like a knife. So when you go back, go counter course, they can cause some damage. So
it could be a big risk deciding to put the car in that section. Gets into that zone early, he leaves just a bit late. Inside clip looking not too bad, just as he's able to come through that and time that. It's tough too because the cone is there, but the zone itself is a little bit off that track, so you got to make that in your brain. Absolutely crush that zone now. And then, Dan through the rest of this run, he's looking fluid. I mean, style-wise, this is a very clean run all the way through. He does a really good job through a lot of these sections of track. Zone 497, love that. 45 degrees. So he's going to get a 35.1 on angle there. So it's looking like getting into about an average of 48 to 49. That's really where you're going to top out those points. Smoke rolling in over these fans as we got just the gentlest of breezes.
What up, dog? What's going on, player? Thanks for joining us. And Dan Burkett with a 72.13. So they like the style.
Yep.
12.3. You can see line. Good angle from him. 35. Darn near perfect, so just about 4.9 points off of being perfect in the angle. And pulling up to the line after is Mr. Matt Field, the beast from the Bay, that Borla Performance Corvette. Love to to see Matt do well here in Atlanta.
He's done well here before, too.
Yeah, yes. So we will see the Heat Wave, man. Heat Wave making a lot of noise on and off track, always debuting some new glasses. And so there goes Matt Field past that inside clip. Let's see him tick that box. Now coming up, quick little correction there. Good angle. Oh, he gets into that dirt. That wasn't the most fluid line there. What's going on there? That power band, it's like that line threw him off. So again, love the car, love Matt, the Beast in the Bay. Not the most ideal line going into the horseshoe.
Yeah,
Almost approaching the dirt.
Yeah, to take a look at it again here. His initiation looks good. I mean, you can tell that car is really, really wicked up. Like, does a really good job through 1 and 2. Yeah, you can see that with the zone scores. Then coming up through here, pulls just a bit of angle out of it to try and extend it out. But I think that's him trying to really collect all those zone points. You can see it.
Not as bad from overhead.
Yeah, I see what you were getting at with it. But, I mean, the scores are speaking for itself. Matt talked a lot about in his last video about like really trying to understand the scoring system and adapting to it, and this is looking pretty good when we take a look at the line.
Now
there you go.
So this is a great visualization of what Race Data Labs is capturing. Again, we lovingly call it Wally. It's its nickname. So watch him massage it.
Yeah,
up in the keyhole.
He'll pull some angle out through here, but he does a good job of collecting that zone. And then, yeah, through the keyhole here, he chucks a bunch more angle at it to try and make it through. Now, the green is the acceleration, and you'll see some red, and that's the decel through that area. That's a new update they put into the system. The team over at Race Data Labs put a ton of stuff into that to kind of update and make the information a little bit better for the driver. So the blue that you're seeing, that is the kind of chaseable line he's on. Dude, bring your own
shoes. My man is
dogs out.
Jake chilling hard right now, dude. Look at this guy. Holy cow, is that Baby Driver? took, oh, bang, 77.96. This is what I was talking about, hacking it, dude. He did it. So, again, 11.66, a good style score. And, again, at first glance, it looked clicky to me going into that big outside zone, but the overhead was just a bit more telling, and I really like the overlay and then showing that Wally, the graphics. That was a great compliment to what Wally is.
Yeah, that's a great update this year.
All right, here we go. Adam LZ, unarguably one of the most popular drivers out there. Watch the transition. Woo! He grabbed 2 handfuls of handbrake right there. That Viper chair on the side. Viper chair in his garage. Now transitioning into that big outside zone. You want to ride that razor's edge. You want to get to that outside and the edge of that track. Now remember, this is with qualifying. This is about positioning. Again, only one driver not advancing on Adam LZ. I think that'll secure him a spot.
Yeah.
Again, have yet to see an incomplete. So everybody's running up to snuff. You got to bring it, baby.
Yeah, his whole run looks really, really good. I think the only spot that I noticed was just a little bit shallow through outside zone 5, but everything else about this is good. Adam seems to be almost trying to push a bit more for that angle score. The transitions feel a little bit snappier than normal, and you can see there through 5, just not able to really get super deep. He gets all the way along it, but you want to be all the way through and all the way back on it. So that part's going to not bode super well for him, but man, now
basic E36.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I mean, look, it's just a graphic.
I know there's some new updates they've been working on.
Yeah, what's up? Thanks for skipping school. Position 4 is Adam LZ, 7. The pits over at the K&N booth, so come on by, have a chance of winning a one-of-one K&N Viper chair. Wow, okay, moving on after Adam LZ, Ryan Litteral. Ryan Litteral, mean, dark, menacing livery here. I like the new graphics. Again, that RB Army. You can hear that RB firing off. Sounded like a machine gun here. Now comes up into the horseshoe. Can't see the angle, but now you can. Man, sounded like those pop snappers. Firing off, now back down the hill, a lot of smoke. I know Ryan likes this track. He's seen some success here in the past. So, and I know he works with Collab. They're based here in Georgia. So, stoked to see Ryan Litteral. New livery, new look.
Yeah, dude, I
Same
really
big
like
personality.
This livery. Love this livery.
Yep.
Yeah, the gold on it. It's very him. It's definitely a very Ryan Litteral livery. Big initiation that comes out of it just a touch early. Feels like the car's definitely gripped up, and I think that's kind of what's causing some of these zones for him just to be on the inside of it. It's just the car really wants to shoot for it. Does a great job through 5 though. That looks very solid. You can see through that part. Like I said earlier on, you got to remember that the zone that's being scored is where the box is, not where the cone is. The cone is just to indicate where the box is sitting. And I think for some drivers, you get a bit of target fixation. Where you see the cone, you want to go to the cone, right? And you got to remember that you're about 3 feet off of that.
Ooh, so 57.9. I believe that very well might be the.
I think that's the lowest score right now
so far.
Yeah.
How's that ice cream, buddy? How's that ice cream, kid? Let me get a lick, dude. Come on, don't be shy. I was looking for ice cream earlier.
Were you?
Yeah.
You're on the hunt?
Where's it at?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Ask Todd. Todd, where's the ice cream at?
Todd will know.
Cooper, give me some ice cream. Where's our runner at?
Where's Cooper?
Cooper, ice cream, stat.
Hey, Braden's been upgraded.
Braden, ice cream, stat, sprinkles, extra, rainbow. Rainbow tastes better.
Yeah.
Here we go, Jeff Jones coming down into that Nissan Z. Big drift energy. Let's see if he lives up to the name on the door. Bang, pushes that thing, says, move, clip, get out the way. As it goes into that outside zone. Big, massive angle. Oh, buddy. He's a heartbreaker. Having some struggles here up in that top portion of the track. That big LS. Oh, he is tight on he's on the wrong side of every inside clip for Jeff Jones. We know what he's capable of, but that ain't it right there.
Yeah, it really feels like he was going for the angle play on this one, just the way that the car's coming around. He's hawking it hard. I mean, the initiation took a hot minute for him to get out there, but then take a look at the angle that he throws here and then throws the angle back. Unfortunately, just means he's not going to be on the correct line through that, and we see that as he comes to the score. Big angle coming up through the keyhole, but that means that zone 5 is not ideal by any means. And same thing, he's really is. I feel like he's trying to play the angle game.
Yep.
So we've got a big minus there on zone 3. That's
but line is very, very lacking.
Yeah.
Do you think?
And as I said, like this is the first time that they've been able to drive with these conditions. So yeah, liking what I'm seeing through here. When it comes to this animation setup, it's super cool. And that BC Racing custom coilover, that clip point, that has seen some better days.
I'm tired, boss. Yeah, 51.63. So, like I said, that now I believe that could be the lowest score, unfortunately, for Jeff Jones. So, man, what a beautiful backdrop here, ripping through. We have 14 more drivers on their first run.
Yeah.
Simen Olsen next. I know he popped his motor early. Where's he at? What stat?
Popped an engine. They found the connecting rod on the track. That's how bad he popped it. But yeah, we'll give you some more updates in a minute here.
When we come back. Come sail away. Come sail away. This beautiful sunset right now. I wish we were on a boat.
Stunning.
I wish we were on a boat.
We could be.
Yeah. Ray, get the boat ready. Coop, give me ice cream. Let's go. We're going. Run 1 of qualifying, utilizing race data laps. Lovingly called Wally and our judges.
At the limit, performance tells the truth. From the drift track to off-road to the open road, Kenda engineers its tires where failure is not an option. Vesda Performance, Cleaver all-terrain. One engineering standard, professional grade. From the podium to the pavement. Kenda, find your retailer at kendatire.com.
Through this lens, I catch details others might pass right by. Some might see a car. I see tuners taking care of what they love. The care poured into every engine. The trust in Pennzoil.
Engine protection for the lifetime of your vehicle. Pennzoil. Long may we drive. Available at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts.
With the Canon ImageProGraph Pro 1100 professional photo printer, my images come alive in print. What I see through my lens is what you see on the wall. Vivid, detailed, and accurate.
something has awakened. The horsepower and torque you always knew was there, just waiting to make every drive thrilling. Track tested, off-road proven, performance for everything you drive. Drive better with K&N.
BC Forged Wheels, custom built per order, offering extensive design, finish, and machining options. Strength, style, and precision come standard. Track proven, street ready. BC Forged, proud sponsor of Formula Drift 2026.
Welcome back. It's the longest sunset known to man.
Ever.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah. It looks AI, dude.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to tell these days.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Matt Field, Rome, Stuke, 1, 2, and 3. Adam LZ in the top 4. Vaughn Gittin Jr. out the gate with that 75-10. Fetty, Dan, Masuyama, Jhonnattan Castro, Osoli, our top 10.
Yeah. Yeah, great job for Osoli making up there. We've got some big swingers to go. He said with 13, yeah, because Manoa's out. 13 drivers to go. We'll see how it all plays out. Simen Olsen will be pulling up the line here. Popped an engine in practice. Unfortunately, Rudy Hansen kind of got lost in the smoke behind him. The engine smoke.
Had nothing to do with Rudy. Simon's motor popped.
Yeah, Simon's motor popped. Simon shutting it down on track, starting to pull over. Rudy got lost in the smoke, hit him behind. But yeah, they had to do a subframe and an engine. Simon, I don't know if he got any he might have got one lap of practice.
Right.
So odds are against him, but he's a driver that, given these circumstances, usually rises to the occasion.
Just recounting that one dude, that one post where the guy was kind of ripping on liveries and they brought him in. That one podcast was the Daily Drive.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they brought him in. They're like, bro, what are you talking about? Like,
yeah.
I don't know who created you as the graphics guy, but I love Simon's livery. I think it's really cool. Yeah, I love the car. All right, the Grandel Mark V Supra ripping past into the inside clip. Now powering up the hill, the Norwegian driver. Simen Olsen now into that outside zone. Didn't get all the way out there, so again, hacking it. He's just going for a straight line approach. Good fluidity. And now comes back across where it all began. Simen Olsen, good fluid, solid run. That's more akin of what you would see in a good lead run in a head-to-head battle.
Yeah, very, very smooth. That's the big thing that I noticed, the first thing that came to mind. It's a long, great pull there, but does a good job in getting the points on that. A bit inside on zone 2, as we can tell through the point system, but I really like how fluid he is through a lot of parts of this track, even through zone 5. He wasn't super deep through there, but he has this very nice flowy line, and I'm sure they took a bit of grip out of the car, hoping to relieve a bit of strain on the new engine as well, which I believe you got to remember, they put a new engine in the car in Long Beach, popped it just before competition, and then this is one that they rebuilt just before they left to come here. A lot of these, almost every team now in pro is going to have at least one spare engine with them.
Yeah.
A couple of them have 2, which is crazy, but yeah, seems to be, knock on wood, seems to be holding up. Sounds good.
69.23. Nice, Michael Jordan. The score puts him into 13th position. So just goes to show you could have a good one. Locked in, dude. Sunglasses still on.
Is he even watching the event?
I don't know. I need a good priest and a bad priest. Of course he's Nick Novak's friend.
Oh, Nick Novak's friend.
Oh, of course he's Nick's friend.
Go tickle him, Nick, or something.
Yeah, go tickle him, dude.
Nick,
go on.
I'm glad Nick could clock out of the Long Day Factory.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Moving on to our next driver. It looks like it is Mr. Ben Hobson. Hobson, let's see a throw down. And now, big angle there from Hobson in that Pennzoil Mustang RTR. Tapping that brakes, and you can see how exaggerated the brake lights are with all that smoke. Oh, no! And that is our first incomplete. So Ben Hobson over-rotates, and just the car shot on in. And as that sun is setting, the track is changing, but that will be our first incomplete. Unfortunate for Ben Hobson. He had a great Long Beach. Was really excited for him and his progression. I'm interested when we catch a bit of the replay what all happened there.
looked like he was just going through a bunch of angle through 5, and the car did not comply and wasn't able to save it at that point in time. Initiation, everything else leading up to it seemed quite good, even through that first outside zone. Caught the clip a little bit early, and then as he comes up the hill, catching a bit of left foot brake, trying to sink that car into 4. Bunch of angle through here, just looks like through too much angle coming through 5, and the car did not want to continue to shoot out. So, yeah, tough break for the new father-to-be. So he'll have to go back, give his head a bit of a shake, and get back into it.
Yep. All right. Let's see. Let's see. That's, yeah, so unfortunate. Yeah. Man. All right, so it was to be Hiroya Manoa, but like I said, he's out doing some stage rally. And now we move on to Ryan Tuerck, the 4-1. And Ryan Tuerck, if you have not heard the news, he is announcing this is his last full season of Formula Drift competition. It's not goodbye, it's see you later. Obviously, very heavily involved. I like that controlled chaos interview. He says, who is Ryan Tuerck? I'm a father, I'm a husband, I'm 100% a drift driver. So by no means is he hanging up his helmet, but not competing in a full season of Formula Drift. So a bit of a swan song for him here in Atlanta. Past that inside clip, lifting that front left tire in the hot hatch. That is the Rain-X Toyota GR Corolla. Now coming in with Kenda tires, grabbing the handbrake, and that was dragging it to maintain and stay into that. Yeah, that was definitely just a modification to keep it within that outside zone. But look at this little bullfrog of a car just hip-hopping his way up and back up the hill. Nice job by Ryan Tuerck and that Rain-X Toyota GR Corolla, the Rockstar energy drink pilot.
Yeah, it's so funny. We always think of it as such a small car, but the wheelbase is actually, it's quite nice. Like, it's around the 100-inch mark. So, yeah, let's see, coming through for Ryan Tuerck. Everything looking fairly solid, but yeah, through outside zone 5, really had to sink that back through. See how this ends up lining up for him. Coming through the rest of these zones. Really wide through there. That should have been an inside clip for him, but unfortunately, it was super, super wide through there. Now we'll take a look here at the Wally system and see kind of what it's picking up through this section. Zooming out. And yeah, coming through 5, I think there was a correction. Yeah, you can see that adjustment of angle through that part, but yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how this run all plays out for him.
Yep, and we take a look at the racer replay, utilizing Wall in the Race Data Labs. And let's see what Ryan Tuerck gets. As next up will be his Drift Alliance brethren, the Chris Forsberg, Chris the Force Forsberg, Destin Industries, all new Z. Let's see, as again the scores being tabulated there briefly. So, and we will get it moving as we are now into our final 10 drivers. Yeah, thank you for the correction. Said 14, but
that's
13 with Hiroya. Hiro Manoa.
Yeah, hopefully get a score back up here in just a moment. But yeah, good to see Chris out on the line. New partnership, new deals, new cool stuff going on with him, it looks like.
Yeah, no, most definitely. And love the new Drift Alliance gear. I mean, just OGs, you know, it's been around since 2004, and Drift Alliance just kind of like, you know, OGs, like you said, pioneers. Use the word pioneers earlier,
yeah.
And that really resonates with Chris Forsberg and the Drift Alliance boys, and also Ken Gushi. You know, last weekend I was with Tony Angelo,
right,
out in Pennsylvania. We're doing some drag racing stuff out there with the Throttle Throwdown as we are taking a look as. And we are going to go ahead and, again, just with Hiroya Manoa not being here, just as far as the flow of qualifying, Hiroya Manoa.
No, that's all right. We'll get those scores tabulated. We've always got, backup plans on backup plans.
Yep. And there it is, 69.66. Ryan Tuerck. What's the 4-1? Well, he slides into 12. Ryan Hampshire Tuerck. Build it, race it, fix it. That's what it's all about. Got that snap-on S on the side. Congratulations to him. New sponsor. That's Chris the Force Forsberg and the Destin Industries all-new Nissan Z coming down the pipe. Here comes Forsberg. transitions into the outside zone. Quick little yank of the handbrake. Brings that inside clip. Loving the black and white livery. Kind of like when he's kind of going on his own thing. I love it. The Optima battery is sparking, dragging that bumper. So he's trying to hack it, similar to like a field type approach, but fills all of that outside zone in the keyhole, the horseshoe. Man, standing on it. Look at the smoke coming off those Kenda tires.
Big angle there at the end, too.
Yep.
There's another big conversation, drivers. We're more or less asking, like, hey, like, how long are we judging for? When's the finish line? Can I just huck a ton of angle at the end?
Stay in it.
Yeah. But this is the thing. You give a racing driver a rule book, and the first thing they're going to try and do is look for the holes. That's what they do. It's every racing. I mean, it's sport.
You find the gray.
Yeah, and we live in the gray, and that's the thing. But Chris Forsberg looking really good through all of these lines. Like I'm very, very impressed. He's another driver that made it clear he wants to understand this system. He wants to do his best to drive to it, and that's the thing. I think it can be a little bit more analytical for some of these drivers because they have a system as opposed to trying to get an opinion. So yeah, good job there. 46 degrees average on angle. It's getting to 36.2. So that is based off of the average that they see throughout all the practice. They basically come up with a number and say, hey, here's the average. So that is going to be the average for what we compare you against when it comes to the actual judging side of things. So yeah, Chris Forsberg looking really solid through all this. Now that we're getting this replay, you can tell where that line is and where those tires are coming through.
And this is just, Chris Forsberg, like I said, at day one. Him and Ken Gushi are the two drivers that have been here since day one. Ryan Tuerck shortly thereafter. Obviously, Vaughn coming and going, but Forsberg every round of competition since 2004, him and Gushi as well. So Chris Forsberg, a great run in that Destin Industries all-new Z. A new leader, 80.66, our first driver in the 80s. Congratulations to him. Chris Forsberg and the Destin Industries, Forsberg Racing, all new Z. Congratulations, man. New leader. Will James Deane supersede that? We know he can drive. Obviously, testimonial to that. 5-time Formula Drift champion. Unarguably best drifter in the world. Got Pennzoil, O'Reilly Auto Parts, Mustang RTR Spec 5. And he's going to just fill all this thing. Watch this. Now comes into that inside clip. Ripping up the hill. He's going to try to ride that razor's edge. Look at that, all the way out there. Escape that inside clip in the keyhole, just a touch. Now coming back down the hill, you see him just dragging, kind of just, I'd love to see the footwell on that. You can hear him just using that left foot brake, really massaging that Mustang to the right places.
Yeah, they do so much footwork in those RTRs, and it's not even just left foot braking. They'll do some clutch slipping as well to try and find where that grip window is. They can just stay on throttle, use their left foot. Look at that, 94, 85. Like these zone scores are just going to keep cranking up as he gets through the rest of this track. Outside zone 5 does a good job through there. Maybe leaves just a touch early, but look at the amount of angle that he's able to put through on this run. So James has been able to adapt to pretty much every system that's been thrown in front of him over the years. So to me, that's massive. Zone 6, though, that might come back to hurt him through that part of it. And you can see what this looks like in this digital replay. He's right on the edge. So, yeah, great job there from James Deane. It'll be interesting as we see through this part of the run. So really close to it, but not able to get that wheel into that part of the track. And then the red you're seeing there, that's when they overshoot it, where they get a bit of a deduction on it. So, yeah, firing back up the track, and we'll see what kind of score comes across here from Mr. Deane.
All right, so again, James Deane, did he jump to that #1 spot at 82.13? Showing you why he is our 5-time and defending Formula Drift champion. 82.13. The judges liking it as well, not just Robo Judge, Race Data Lab Wally. Wow, this is a bomb. All right, so
your impressions just never.
No, they're not. No, they're terrible. No, they're bad. Okay. Like when I try to do other nationals, I have to tell you what.
That's different. Yeah, that's different.
Dylan Hughes, O'Reilly Auto Parts, BMW, Royal Purple. Where's the crown? The king that wears the crown. Tips over, tipping on some faux foes. Past that inside clip. Now coming up, fills all that. Those white wheels standing and highlighting. See him working the wheel. Really just zeroing in on those outside zones. Good job by Dylan. Shake it like a Polaroid picture, dog.
Yeah, he was doing a lot of footwork in that car. You can hear it, especially coming up through the keyhole. You can really get the sound on that. But yeah, Dylan Hughes, big initiation that comes in just a touch early and then catches that cone, unfortunately. In that car, he's really massaging it. I mean, great job though. It just makes it look easy, even though. But 49 degrees average angle.
That's huge.
That's going to be big points for him.
Yeah, that is really stout. And slides into fifth, so yeah, you called it. Look at that, ding near perfect on angle 38.4, line 24. So compromised the line to adhere to that angle, but look at that, 13s across the board for style, so good
strategy.
score.
Just strategy, man.
Strategery, baby, the K&N qualifying. So here's what happened, bro. Okay, so the other day, I'm just driving, right? So I'm just driving, getting it done. There, and all of a sudden, this guy just turns right in front of me. And then, you know, I couldn't go around him. So I just.
No, of course not.
Yeah, you know. So I'm like, whoa, 6'7", you know, and then all of a sudden, here I am, you know, just hanging out, sitting next to you. I don't know. It was crazy, dude. Just the other day. Yeah, it was one time I did this, and then the second time, I don't know what to do. All right, so let's see. Dylan Hughes got a score on the board. Next up, Brazil's own Diego Higa. Diego Higa and the Higa Motorsports GT86 on GT Radials. Sao Paulo, Rio de Janeiro. Watch the James Brown interview. Here we go. Diego Higa initiates into that outside zone. Little handbrake there, past that inside clip. And we talked about how just he looks a lot more confident in this car from 2 years ago. Took a little hiatus, now came back. Past that inside clip, he ticks that box. Well done. It fills all that rectangle. Look at the angle here, 49, 47 degrees of angle, 50 degrees of angle. That's gonna be really reflective. Very comparable to like Dylan's run, but yeah, I gotta tell you, I think he hit the line a little bit better, but still with great degree of angle. Yeah, it's interesting, the different approaches that different drivers have taken. We saw him in Long Beach really throw a ton of angle through the walled section, and it bode pretty well for him. I mean, so we'll see coming into the first inside zone probably just a bit early as we see a 57 there. I think that's great representation, and then coming up through the hill, carried a fair bit of speed and then scrubs it as he comes through that zone, and then through five's got to massage it just a little bit more to get that car to come around, but the score reflecting that again, and then picks up a fair bit of speed coming out of that section, and now he's fighting through his own smoke, having to come back up the hill. That was a really good run. I like just like I said, just from 2 years ago to now, it just seems like a different car. Yeah, different car, different driver, so yeah, he's a completely different person, but yeah, he's doing a phenomenal job of more or less adopting to this new style. I mean, he took that year to chill out and reset. He made a great video kind of explaining what all happened, but yeah. There it is, look at that. So angle, like I said, 33.6, but balanced it out, so 73.10 for Diego Higa as we move on. So James Deane, Forsberg, Matt Field, our top three, RCP 4, Dylan Hughes 5th. Let's see. All right. So we'll take Branden Sorensen. We'll take a short break after Branden, and then we'll continue on. So here comes B. Sorensen. New livery, new look, same great tenacity, and a hard-spirited driver. Branden Sorensen. And there we go, high flying Sorensen. Branden Sorensen comes into that outside zone. Great placement there. I like that. Good fluid line, but it set him up. He hung out there too long, so it threw him off that inside clip. But I think, you know, again, you got to put a lot onto that outside zone. But unfortunately, that threw him off of that inside clip. But he'll still fare well. Yeah, it might be enough to really push that angle score. I mean, he was throwing it out there. It seemed, you know,
felt a lot like the kind of the party line you would drive with a bunch of people tandeming in behind you. So really leaving the car out there hanging, catches that inside clip pretty hard, and the score reflecting that with a 0. Then as he comes up towards the keyhole, you can feel it just floating that car out really, really nice and wide. And unfortunately, that arc means he's going to be way off that section of that zone 6. You can see that 0, so not even coming close to it through there. And then coming through zone 7, he's looking solid and just overshooting zone 8 just a little bit, 46 degrees on that one. And yeah, their Sorensen family really pushing Sorensen Motorsports. Amanda let me know the new drop of merch they just put out. So yeah, repping that.
Yeah, the trio of drivers, Cameron, Branden, Amanda, and there it is, 64.5. So missing on some line, but there it is. We'll take a short break. 5 more drivers left for their first run, but we'll be right back. And again, Tuerck, he's hanging up his helmet as far as a full Formula Drift competition. But let's give Ryan Tuerck his flowers. We love you. Again, it's not goodbye. It's see you later. Ryan Tuerck.
I'm going to say it's the end of the beginning, or the end of this chapter, and it'll be the second chapter of my motorsports life. It's been the longest one, 20 plus years in drifting. This is going to be my last full season in Formula Drift. It's crazy to think back on it. 20 years of doing something, you don't even think about it until you start looking at all the things that you have and have saved, and you forget half the things you did save, and that just keeps bringing back more and more memories as I go through more of it. It's been a pretty wild ride the last week or so. I'm combing through all that stuff and sharing memories. I'm not done drifting, of course. I'm just done with a full-time championship schedule. I'm still gonna have a full-time motorsports schedule, but I want to give myself time to do other things. I'm still an ambitious person, and I have other goals that I want to accomplish within motorsport, and I need to give myself time to do that. Taking this leap is definitely scary. It's something I've been doing for 20 plus years, and I just want to enjoy every moment of it this year with my family away from home at Formula Drift, the teams, the crews, the drivers, the staff at Formula Drift. I mean, I've known a lot of these people for 20 plus years. It's crazy to think about it like this and make the decision to actually stop competing full time. Yeah, it's scary, but I'm looking forward to seeing everybody and seeing the fans at every stop, just being able to drive against some of the best drivers in the world again. Yeah.
Drifting is not just a sport, it's culture, it's in our blood.
Here we go, Andy Hateley. Oh, he is riding that tire right on that white line.
Tires are what we live and breathe in Formula D. We couldn't do this without them.
Adam LZ here to tell you that motorsports has taken me just about everywhere. And no matter the scenario, Link ECU is the answer. The flexibility Link gives me for drifting, the precision I need on track, the durability to handle off the track, and the reliability you want in a daily driver. Even when pushing an entire motorsport to a bigger level, Link ECU has been with me every step of the way.
We're jumping back into competition like little baby Joey's over here as we have 5 more drivers left in qualifying for their first run. We're talking about Odi Bakchis, Cole Richards, which had the strongest debut of any rookie to just getting outside of a podium spot on his first foray into pro competition. Jack Shanahan and Fredric Aasbo. It's a little Aasbo sandwich with Shanahan's on either side of him. Jack Shanahan third at Long Beach, Fredric Aasbo second, Conor Shanahan winning at round 1 in Long Beach. So first up, Cody Bakchis debuting that new Subaru BRZ, field suspension, Subi mods. Again, like I said, Sean Booth joining his program, the Pro Spec Championship. Unfortunately, did not qualify for 32, but I still think he is a threat for the season. But
100%.
Every run counts.
Yep.
Dope photo shoot. I'll give him that.
Yeah, right? Great looking car.
Super sneezy.
Yeah.
Good looking car. But you got to run it. Here we go. Cody Bakchis coming down the hill, that brand new Subaru BRZ. Let's see if Cody Bakchis does some strategy or if he's just going for a signature Odie run. Looks like pretty straightforward, good fluid run there, big angle. Gets all the way to the outside. So look at that, click, click, click. He was ticking that boxes, baby. Well done. Odie in the box, not a Jack in the box. And now transitions through, very fluid, like that. As far as style goes, that was really, really well done. I think it's great too. Yeah. Okay. Save some for the rest of us there, Bakchis.
Reese is into it, man. He loves it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was phenomenal. I mean, once again, Odie's just another driver that a lot of questions. Really wants to understand this system. I mean, a lot of that rooting in Amy as well. Like lots of questions, which is great. That's what we want. We want the drivers to really understand how they're being judged. Yeah. So here we go, side by sides. This really gives you an idea. I think it's just off time, just a touch, but it gives you an idea to be able to jump back left and right and understand exactly how these cars are moving and understand exactly what the Wally system is seeing. So, yeah, I mean, Odie is definitely feels like he's on it. I know the judges were loving the style that he was throwing down as well.
Oh my gosh, that was like flawless with that back right. Oh, he did miss that zone.
Yeah. But man.
Yeah,
absolutely
really
killer. Absolutely killer there.
Really good run. So you can see 34% on that second zone. And let's see where Odie lands. Again, James Deane, top of the heap right now. King of the castle, king of the castle.
We'll see for how much longer, though. I don't know.
New leader with Cody Bakchis, 83.43. Like I said, look at that, 17, 14, and 15 for style. 35, ding near perfect for angle. 32 out of 40 on line. Well done, Cody Bakchis, our new qualifying leader. But still, everybody gets another go, and still 4 drivers on the first run.
Second run is where the style comes out. 100%. Yep. That's the big run. So don't go anywhere because it's only going to get better.
All right, moving on. This is Cole Richards. Lives here in Georgia, and this car has seen this track many years ago. But Cole has been again. He explodes that front headlight. And now coming up the hill, correction with the chrome wheels, going around. Not the smoothest run, but he is placing the car in the right place. So man, that thing sounds like whoa, wow! And look at that transition there. Sounds like a dial-up modem, dude, trying to load around the course.
Core memories, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Core memories.
I don't think Cole knows what dial-up modem is.
I don't.
That's how young he is.
You know what? That's a solid point. I don't think he would have any.
Doesn't get the reference. I remember when I would always say like, oh, Rome's car looks like a trapper keeper. A lot of people didn't know that reference at all, but all the all the Gen Xers know. My people's right there. What are you? Are you?
Absolutely throwing down throughout this run. It's aggressive. It's a very cool run. It's aggressive. It's a very cool run. He's going out. He's going for the big run off the bat. He's going against the grain on this one. He wants to be able to do this run and then call it quits for the night. Yeah. Not that he will. He'll take both runs for sure. But yeah,
you just want to be confident with it. And, Cole, again, exploding the headline, I think got a little out of shape.
And like you have to remember, if you go back to Cole's first year in Pro Spec, like absolutely crushed it, and then he ran into some mechanicals after that, and there's the sweeper coming out after he completely decimated the front part of that car. But that's his driving style though. That's how he goes at things. He's a wild man. For being so quiet in person, he is wild behind the wheel.
Yeah, he is Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Richards. Cole Richards, there it is. Didn't know he's a fan of Wallflowers. One headlight.
It's a great tune.
Right.
I don't know, it's Wallflowers.
Yep.
Is that like their only hit?
I wouldn't call them one-hit wonders, but that was their biggest.
That's their biggest? Yeah. Like, that's the one you're going to know?
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
And I think, is that Bob Dylan's son? I think that's Jacob Dylan, right? Jacob Dylan is lead singer of...
Could not tell you.
Yeah. Fun fact. I think so. So clean up here on aisle 1.
I could hear that. Like, the voice-wise, it kind of makes sense?
Yeah, Jacob Dylan.
Dang, good for you.
Yep.
Look at that, already cleaned up. Big old Buffalo blower on the back. We need one of those. The truck they've got that does the kitty litter.
Yep.
We popped a few engines today.
Yeah.
But their speed of getting that kitty litter down and then taking care of this, it is incredible. This facility has some of the best cleanup crews.
Yeah.
That we work with.
Yep, cleaned it up, no problem. And Jacob Dylan, Bob Dylan's son, is the lead singer of Wallflowers.
There you go, nailed it. I never doubted you for a second.
No, I doubted myself.
It's tough when you say something like that. You're like, in my heart, I think I'm right. But outside of that, I'm not sure.
With one headlight.
There we go, Jack Shanahan at the line. Practice for him was a little rough. It wasn't, there was one or two runs where I was like, okay, there's the Jack we know. And then saw a couple of spots where he was shutting the car down. You got to remember, this is a new build, a new engine for him as well. This car built in 16 days.
Yeah, well, that's the time in between Long Beach and here, so hopefully it works it out, or, the Shanahan way, he's going to make it. It's going to be a Shanahan, the Shanahan. Woo, pulling that front left. Definitely loose. Going in that outside zone, works it up, that PSR. That was dragging. He was dragging that back bumper along that outside zone, because you see how fast and quick he was, cutting back through his own smoke trail. What's good is the wind has died. It's not as cold, but the smoke is going to linger here in our fruit bowl.
Our fruit bowl, okay. I don't have any more references. We're going to get to this one. Yeah, Jack Shanahan. It seemed there for a second when I was watching it, the front wheel was wavering back and forth. It was tough to tell if it was just the reflection of the shiny wheels he's got up front or if it actually was. But looking pretty good there from Jack. But as you alluded to earlier on, he's having to massage it through 5. Doesn't quite seem super comfortable with that run. And I know he's not going to be happy with it. Taking a look at what some of these zone scores look like, that's not indicative of what he's able to do. So line, 23 out of 40 right off the bat. That's not going to be super great when it comes to it. It should, it's going to keep him in the show for right now because Mr. Hobson getting a 0, but a 71.8 puts him in 14th. So needs to clean that up just a little bit.
All right, so Jack Shanahan score on the boards, and there it is with a 71.8. Mr. Shanahan, his brother, will be going after Fredric the Norwegian Hammer Aasbo. Second in Long Beach. He is a 3-time champion as well, going for his 4th. Let's see what we got here. Freddie coming down the hill. The Rockstar Energy Drink. Love the new livery. New kind of retro look there for Rockstar Energy Drink here in 2026. Past that inside clip. Very smooth. Kind of lifted and coasted his way into it. Now coming to the outside zone. Textbook. Oh, look at that. I'm going to stay here. I'm going to hang out. I'm going to hang out in that outside zone. Leaning into it. Car looks so good at night. Looks so good. Well done.
It's interesting because it's like parts of it disappear because of the black.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you just really get, really get that violent yellow glowing. Yeah, Fredric Aasbo, another driver that's able to really adapt to whatever's going on. He's driven in so many series over the years. So superseding just a bit on zone 1. But it seems to be more and more drivers are kind of figuring this out. And I got a bit of clarification from Michael during the break as well on exactly where some of these deductions are going for. What we're looking at is those lines and those boxes. It's going to be the main line in it is the ultimate score, right? So it's easy to account for when we look at Zone 5 going all the way
So
to
like
the tracks,
here's your line, the blue lines.
Well, no, so that main white line directly between the white and the red boxes, that is the 100% line, let's say, right? So if you're inside that a little bit, in the white section, that's going to be a bit of a deduction. If you're outside of it a bit in the red section, that's going to be a bit of a deduction. So
yeah, if you're exceeding or you're not in it.
Correct. But it's very easy.
When you say line, you mean the rectangle or the square?
Yes.
The white block.
Right, exactly. The white block, but where that white block meets the red is
Real
that
quick,
100%.
78.13.
No, you're good. Thank you. So
slides them into fourth. So that's the ideal. So if you get into the red, you're getting deducted. If you're not, obviously, if you're not getting to the white at all, that is a deduction. So either side of it is where you are deducted points.
Correct. Yeah. So just I wanted to, same thing with everybody else. We want to make sure
elaborate and bring more clarification to it. All right, Conor Shanahan, our final driver. Again, given that he's our final, he's our current points leader. Only one round in, a lot of momentum for Mr. Shanahan. Jack Shanahan in that Red Bull and Junior Racing, Jerry Yang Racing, 86. The right-hand drive, massages it into that big outside zone. Oh, there you go. So that not in that white box. You want to see that overlay of Wally standing on. You can hear that rev limiter just banging on that thing. Let me in. He was banging on that door.
Yeah, Conor said he really likes this engine platform. He likes kind of the torque down low that it's able to make, how smooth it is, and he's adapted to it really, really well. I mean, it's definitely going to be a change from the 2J, but does a great job. So zone 1, zone 2, everything looking good. Opting to go for that angled out headlight look that the Jerry Yang camp kind of adopted with Manoa last year to be able to see at angle. I really, really like this strategy. It's interesting that they found another way to get a bit of an advantage. There's a few different advantages we're seeing here, some interesting car setups and designs that we'll get into a bit later on, but angling out those headlights, or at least fog lights, to give the drivers a better view.
Yeah, I think yellow lenses would be really good.
That's
here.
another one.
And I know like Vaughn wears like an amber shield, on his helmet. So 70.63, you could see missing some points as far as line goes. Style decent, but overall our current point leader and winner at round 1 slides into 20th. Only driver without a score, Mr. Ben Hobson. So hopefully he gets a score on the board, finds himself in top 32. 33 drivers are whittled down to 32. We are halfway through. So when we come back, again, the second run from all of our 33 drivers. Who's moving on to Saturday's game day here at Road Atlanta. We're going to take a break. Don't go anywhere. When we come back here, Formula Drift.
Looking for a college where you can learn by doing? The University of Northwestern Ohio puts the wrench in your hand and your future in motion.
I would recommend UNOH to anybody who wants to excel in this industry.
With industry connections, cutting-edge equipment, and programs in automotive, diesel, high performance, robotics, and more, this is education that works.
You will come to this school and you will leave 10 times what you were when you came here.
Apply now at unoh.edu.
At the limit, performance tells the truth. From the drift track to off-road to the open road, Kenda engineers its tires where failure is not an option. Vesda Performance, Cleaver all-terrain. One engineering standard, professional grade. From the podium to the pavement. Kenda, find your retailer at kendatire.com.
Get out there and have fun. Because you've got McGuire's. And we've got your back. From wash, to paint care, to maintenance and more. Meguiar's has your hybrid ceramic solution for every adventure. Meguiar's, reflect your passion.
Check this out, it's 2026. We're here at Formula Drift Long Beach, and it is another year of the O'Reilly Auto Part Random Part Challenge. And of course, I had to go with my crew chief, Carlos Calderon the first. Carlos?
Hopefully I get this.
What is that? You gotta dig into it yourself, dude.
It's a box.
He wins!
It's a box. It's gotta be a sensor in here, I hope. Okay. Okay. Washer fluid reservoir.
Oh, it's blue, right? Is
yeah. But see, usually there's like a little floater on it. I'm still gonna say washer fluid reservoir level sensor.
I second that because I haven't seen this yet either.
Yeah,
so.
dog.
I won it. Did he win?
We
really should have done
that was yeah.
We don't work on stock
Yeah,
cars.
come on.
All right, nicely done, dude. You nailed it. Way to start it off, buddy.
I know some stuff.
Yeah, he knows about stuff.
Yeah.
This is JC from O'Reilly. JC.
Yes.
Can you tell me what that is?
It looks like something that is in my toilet, maybe.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna give you a little bit of a hint. This is a part for a car. But I love that. She's just like anything, worldwide. Our next victim, Branden Sorensen, for our 2026 O'Reilly Auto Part Random Part Challenge. What that he is?
2 wires, a sensor of some sort.
Correct.
It's got holes in it, maybe some sort of map sensor. Level.
Hey. For the real important stuff that our race cars never have.
Oil level?
Oh, it's this side, isn't it? It's like a
transmission?
Windshield washer.
Windshield washer.
level. Off of actually our car, a BMW E46.
I've never seen one of these things in my life.
I know, this is the stuff that we don't play with at all, but thank you.
All right, I failed.
Our next victim for the O'Reilly Auto Part Random Part Challenge, Derek Madison. What that is?
We're gonna go with a coolant level sensor.
Dude, nicely done. Close. Damn it. Washer fluid level sensor.
Same thing.
I'd consider that a win. I consider that a win.
This is kind of cheating. I ran O'Reilly's for like 8 years, so.
Daddy, chill.
Come on.
It's a microphone.
Microphone. This guy's never interneted before ever in his life. Greg, we're doing the 2026 O'Reilly Auto Part Random Part Challenge.
Oh, I love these. I love these.
What is that?
It's not a part, first off. You handed me something really stupid. This goes to a light bulb. But it doesn't light up, it doesn't work.
Greg wins, kinda. It's actually a fluid level sensor.
Oh,
it's windshield washer fluid level sensor. Guess the car.
Saab 9.3.
Dude, nobody's ever guessed that before. That's fantastic.
Wild.
Also goes in airplanes and road vehicles. No.
Universal tool, and you can put it straight in your headlight if you want to. Put 12 volts on it. Was it close? Was I close? Was it a Saab 9.3?
BMW E46.
Oh.
I know. That's a little bit brutal, right?
I think you're gonna give me a good one, an easy one.
None of them are easy.
Welcome back to the second run of all 33 drivers to find out who will be competing on Saturday. Game day here at Road Atlanta. Cody Bakchis leads the pack after run 1 of qualifying, and we have regressed back to 2 non-consecutive runs, but single driver qualifying. So Cody Bakchis, James Deane, Chris Forsberg, top 3. You can see on and so forth as we continue on with qualifying. The second run, we go back to the top of the order. Vaughn Gittin Jr. started out feverishly in his 2026 Monster Energy Ford Mustang on Nitto tires. Coming down the hill, Vaughn Gittin Jr., I'm sure he wants to back it up, dragging that back bumper, and now coming across. And there we go. And into the outside zone, flying flamethrowers. Pass that inside clip. Yeah, this thing is just ripping right now. Vaughn Gittin Jr. in the Ford Mustang RTR makes his way back up the hill. All right, so walk us through once again, for those just joining us here on the second run, the 8 zones. We have inside zones and outside zones.
Yep, so we'll walk through this as we go through this track. So first outside zone is that one at the very beginning. Now we're into the second one. And then we'll see up through here, there is 3 on that inside, 4 going up the hill. 5 then takes you to the top of the keyhole. 6 is going to be on the inside as they come back around. And 7 is going to be back through there. And then we push out nice and wide and then get out towards 8. So, yeah.
8 is basically zone 2 as well.
Correct.
8 does double duty. 8 does a lot of work, but 5 is the one where a lot of points are accumulated. 1.5 compared to the other ones that have just obviously their point allotment.
Yep, you got it.
And so do the math there. Again, 40 points for line, 40 points for angle, and 20 points for style. The 80 the line and angle are dictated by Race Data Labs, what we've lovingly called Wally. Get it? Play on words. Gonna get up in that wall. Wally, it's a robot. Get it? All right, so 75-10 for Vaughn Gittin Jr. Slides him into 10th, and the run 1 was better than 2, I believe.
Yep, I believe that is the case. I'm not sure what he got on the second one. That would be interesting.
Okay, so here we go with our next driver, and this is RCP, Rome Charpentier, on his second run. RCP coming down the hill. Get it and go. Get on out of here. RCP and his Garagistic Pedal Commander, Coco Love, Kumo Tire, BMW E36. Here comes Rome Charpentier. Doing really well at a Hot Pit Auto Fest. And again, just unfortunately did not qualify in Long Beach, but all signs are saying that he will be in the show on Saturday. Brings it into the outside zone. Now past that clip. So again, there's that zone, that rectangle, Jacob, on the ground. Is that an actual zone or
Yep, that is.
Just wanted to confirm.
Yep, that is a zone. So they're trying to, on the inside ones, they're trying to put their trailing wheel as basically into that box, trying to stay kind of where, yeah, it's a little hard to exactly dictate out where it is, but they're trying to put that inside wheel through that box. You'll see there from Rome doing a pretty good job through that. A little bit too far inside on the zone up there, and then outside zone 5 really does a great job sweeping through that. Has to like not park it, but slows down quite a bit through that section of it, and then we'll see through zone 7. Pretty good throughout that part of the track, and there is 8. So great work there from RCP. We'll see if that improves his previous score of a 76.6.
So 76.06 was his first run. We'll see if he betters it. I don't know. It's going to be close.
Yeah, it's going to be
very close.
Definitely going to be tough on that one. And no, he's going to stick with that.
All right,
76.
so 76. Yeah. So again, you can see it. All right, so 76.06 stands to be the better of the two for RCP, but it's going to keep him in competition, I believe. Again, unofficially, right now, a lot of eyeballs on Ben Hobson. He is the only driver with an incomplete. Currently has a 0. And here we go. So, Derek Madison, D. Mads from St. Louis, Coilover Depot, S chassis. See him getting into it. A lot of handbrake, fills that outside zone, past the inside, now heading up the hill. Let's see what Derek Madison can do for us up here at top. Gets in, doesn't get all the way out there. Ooh, fortunately, D-Mads does have a score on his first run. Derek Madison, 65.7. So 65.7 on his first run. I don't know if this, well, that's going to be an incomplete.
Yeah, it'll be an incomplete on that one. So and he's currently sitting 27th. So he's not really in that danger zone. I mean, it's going to be Hobson who's sitting on a 0, and
yeah, there was a low score from Jeff Jones as well. Jones was down there. I know. I think Litteral was
Jeff
down
Jones,
there quite a bit. So yeah,
51.6.
Jeff Jones with a 51.6. Litteral with a. Again, you can see him sitting in 31st with a 57.9. So.
Yeah, those are going to be the drivers that are kind of sitting in a spot that need to really clean things up.
So an incomplete for D-Mads, but again, unofficially should be in the show. We'll see. But right now it is Rudy Hansen, Team Hansen Supercharged S13. Making his way to the start line, scrubbing his tires, getting them warm. Going, come on up. You're the next contestant on Formula Drift.
Really getting those tires warmed up.
Yeah. Matt was like, what are you doing back there? Get on up here. Let's throw it down. And Rudy he has a 65.9, so he's in the mix, but I'm sure, you know, couple reasons he wants to rise to the occasion. Let's see what we got here from Rudy Hansen. Exposed wheels, no fenders. Again, he got into the back of Simen Olsen after he popped his motor, put up a roadblock on him, but Hansen fighting back. The Team Hansen S chassis looking a lot more fluid in this run, and that was really well done. That looked comparable to what we saw from Matt Field earlier, working and getting the car out there and playing the game, ticking that boxes and filling all of that outside zone 5. So a lot more fluid from Rudy on that second run.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. As we get back to the replay, it's going to be really interesting to see what his score works out to be, because this feels like he's trying to play this game just a little bit more. So big initiation there, pulls through, comes out of that zone just a touch early, and you can see that score with that. Zone 2 definitely got docked on that one. Zone 3 is that box coming up the hill. And through 4, not terrible, but it was through 5 and 6, and then some of the ways that he was kind of attacking the angle, it really felt like he threw that car out there. You can see, look at how much angle he's got coming through this section of the track. That's going to be tough to chase when it comes to an actual run, but when it comes to an angle score, it's going to be fairly good. Yeah, 46 average, so that one spot, I think, picked him up at least a degree, 1 full degree of average angle throughout the whole thing, which is worth a couple of points, so it's interesting.
Give and take, so a 68.63. So he does better it just barely, but that's a significant jump there, just all things considered. So 68.63 for Rudy Hansen.
Now we'll move on here for Jhonnattan Castro, sitting on a 70.86. He's currently 17th overall, so I want to improve that as well. Remember, higher you rank here, it gives you a good spot when it comes into your battles. First attack, 32nd, and so on and so forth.
All right, here we go, talking about Jhonnattan Castro, Dominican's finest, coming down into the outside zone, yanks that handbrake, stays in it, little tap of the brake, good fluid transition past that inside clip, and powers his way into that outside zone 5. Really good run from Castro. Barely just dipping a tread into that inside clip in the keyhole. Now he just gets blinded by the smoke. His own smoke he's producing here. Back up the hill. Jhonnattan Castro puts a run down. Now Castro does have a 70.86 on his first run. Is that enough? What do you think? Better in it?
Yeah, it's tough to say. Really tough to say. I mean, I'm happy that we're getting these graphics up very consistently now, so it helps kind of take a bit of the guesswork out of it. As we can see, Zone 1 and Zone 2 looking great. Same with Zone 3. So Castro on a heater throughout this run, filling it all the way up. Comes out of 5 just a touch early. You can see that dropping down to 65 and pretty wide through 6. 7 looking fairly good, at least from my eyes. Yeah, 1%. And then we'll flip through towards 8, but yeah, he's way offline through that section. So I don't know if that's going to be better. I'm going to say it's going to come up just a touch short. Yeah, average angle a bit lower as well. So quick napkin math, I don't think that run's going to beat out the 78.6.
And 70.86. So the run 1 was the better of the 2. You could see down in every category.
Yeah.
So 70.86 maintains to be the higher of the 2 in our K&N qualifying. K&N, the official filter of Formula Drift. Wataru Masuyama, Jerry Yang, and Juku Racing, Evangelion Racing, 86. So Masuyama coming through at a 71.76 on his first run. Looking over your shoulder there. Thank you, Jacob, for writing that down.
Gotcha.
And there we go. Wataru Masuyama past that inside clip. hung it out there quite a bit. Didn't have that good fluid, but that's really not going to come into play. That'll come into play for style, but not so much. Wow, talk about just working the system. Here we go, the Jerry Yang tire fire. Between Hiroya Manoa and the Jerry Yang vehicles and Chris Forsberg, they always have tire fires, man. That tire debris builds up underneath those 86s and the Zs.
I think pointing the exhaust at the tire helps a little bit with that as well.
Yeah, you think?
You think, yeah.
It's like a barbecue igniter, right? You just click, click, click.
Yeah, that's basically exactly it. So, yeah, I mean, hey, great for the photos, great for the show. I don't mind. I don't think it helps much with grip because you're overheating those tires pretty bad, but
looks cool.
Little trade-off,
Do
right?
for the gram.
Yeah, think of the photos, right? You gotta think of the photos.
Wreckers or checkers, dude.
Yeah, another vehicle with those. I don't know what you want to call them, the lazy eyes. What do you gotta get a name for these? The wide vision at angle, just to help them when they're at angle. So there is our side-by-side. I'll give you an idea. So yeah, we talk about how the scoring system works. This gives you a good idea on that. Trailing green and red that you're seeing there is going to be acceleration and decel. You got this one timed up quite nicely to really give you an idea of where those points are going and where they're able to pick them up and lose them. So they're looking for the trailing tire for the inside zones, and they're looking for as much of the vehicle for the outside zone. So kind of straddling that last one, but does a really, really good job there from Wataru Masuyama. So I do think that'll hopefully bump his score up. He was sitting on a 71.7. Let's see what the judges.
He's better it, up the ante, and no, he does not. Or no, he does.
Yep.
Sorry, I apologize. 74.13, he does. So he ups the ante. Look at that. Line and angle went up considerably, but style got compromised a little bit there because, again, playing that game.
Yeah, and then once again, that's the trade-off. I mean, you can definitely do all of this and collect everything. It's just tough. So Andy Hateley currently ranked 30th. He is not in a great spot.
No, this is just to solidify comfortably that he's in the show. Needs to jump up here. Ooh. Oh boy, a lot of sports. Something's wrong.
I think that was just all brakes.
That was just all brakes, no gas.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be a detriment to his score. And we talked about being comfortable. Yeah, didn't even get to the outside zone. That is not going to better a 62.6, unfortunately.
No, I mean, they may deem this an incomplete. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't play as much of a role when it comes to qualifying, but an unchaseable qualifying run, maybe what category that falls into. It was really, really weird to see. So, yeah, I think there is an argument to say that it could be an incomplete. He just initiated by the one line. That's really what they're looking for, is like to make sure that the car actually gets to angle. I mean, gets to angle is kind of perspective on that one. But yeah, look at the brakes lock up on this one. Oh yeah, that's crazy.
Wow.
That's wild.
Yeah,
don't see that very often.
That was just like double foot stomp on the brakes.
100%. I don't know if he's running a brake booster in that either, so it may had to have been. You can see
they're
sparking
still
under
flying.
left foot brake too.
Check the pads.
Yeah, like I don't know if there's much left. That's just backing material at that point. So either way, it's definitely not going to improve a 62. So Andy, I believe, sitting in 30th currently. He's going to want to bump that up, and we got the official word that is an incomplete, a 0.
That is an incomplete. That'll be a 0 for Andy Hateley. So sits in 30th, but I don't want to say comfortably just yet. So again, Odie, James Deane, Forsberg, Aasbo, Field. Those are our top 5. And all right, so Federico Sceriffo. Federico Sceriffo in this BMW 1 Series, the Pennzoil. Long may we drive. Pass that inside clip. Ooh, good execution, baby. Well done, Fetty. Now coming into that outside zone, and the big outside zone 5 uses all the course. Good angle here. Good overhead view, the True Serum. Now transitioning back down the hill. Good style. I really like the style of that, and he did a good job on execution. So 73.43. It's pretty comparable to that, I got to say.
Yeah, I think it's going to be pretty close. It looks like he's starting to work on a couple of different ways to get around this. The initiation was really, really early, so he's got to drag that out. Fortunately, puts him a bit inside on 2 and a little bit wide on 3. And then through 4, everything looks solid with 85% through there. And 5, he was massaging that car quite a lot. He got into that zone early, and then when he got on throttle, it started to push him out just a bit wider. 7 looked great. Yeah, Feddy's, he's showing a lot of signs of greatness throughout this run. Look at that, 90 on zone 8. So it's really such a great improvement. Angle, need to find a couple of more spots to sling that 1 series around, but he'll get there. And we'll hopefully get a score here, see if it beats that 73.43.
And there it is, 73.43. And just as I said, very comparable, but run 1 will stand to be the better of the 2. You can see down in all categories on run 2, but I like the fluidity of it. That'll come into play for sure in head-to-head. All right, we'll take a short break. When we come back, we will continue with some action there. And again, Odie at the top of the hill in more ways than one. We'll be right back here at Road Atlanta, the continuation run 2 for the remaining drivers. Chucking a deuce at all y'all fans. Thanks for tuning in. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, more qualifying here at Road Atlanta.
Drifting is not just a sport, it's culture, it's in our blood.
Here we go, Andy Hateley. Oh, he is riding that tire right on that white line.
Tires are what we live and breathe in Formula D. We couldn't do this without them.
Need parts fast? O'Reilly Auto Parts is fast. Need them now? We got now. No matter what you need, we have thousands of professional parts people doing their part to make sure you have it. We're O'Reilly Fast. Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Welcome back, a beautiful Road Atlanta. That keyhole, the horseshoe, whatever you want to call it, it got paved in 2004 just for us here at Formula Drift, and now this track and this layout has played a major role not only in Formula Drift but in drifting culture and community. One of the most iconic tracks outside of Irwindale or an Ebisu, something like that. This track is absolutely iconic, and this is, again, the field of dreams, where dreams are made and broken and come to fruition here at Road Atlanta. Hobson, Bakchis, James Deane, Forsberg, Aasbo Field. Those are top 5 notable names. Usual suspects, rounding out RCP, Dylan Hughes, Stuke, LZ, and Vaughn Gittin Jr. joining the conversation here at round 2. He's doing select rounds, just popping in here and there whenever the boss man wants to jump back in the saddle of his trusty steed, the Monster Energy Ford Mustang RTR Spec 5. Coming down the hill, we are looking at Ken Gushi. Ken Gushi in that, talking about his Gazoo Racing ready performance. Kenda tire shrouded 86. Good execution, good fluid line from him. Currently has a 69.46. Good placement of that 86, fills all of that rectangle on the ground, does escape that inside clip, and then back, coming around to that last one. Kenshiro Gushi, pretty decent run, solid run. Is that better, 69.4?
I think so. I mean, I think once again it's going to be close. Zone 1 just kind of coming out partway through it. Zone 2 struggled through there, and then 3 we use that coming up the hill, and 4. I mean, it's feeling like it for sure. And it's what's been interesting, kind of riding along in this journey with the new system, is like trying to take what your gut feeling is and then match that to what the analytics is saying, and more or less like how close you end up getting to it. So it's been a big learning curve, I think, for everybody, spotters, fans, judges, and even what you and I do, where it's like, okay, you know, you get to know the judges, you get to know what they like and what they don't like. This is definitely a little different. And you have to have breakfast with Wally, but doesn't look like he improves on that one. Picks up some more on style, but a couple of points off there on angle, so it would have been very close.
And let's see if he betters it. 69.46, waiting for Gushi's score. Oh, we saw him?
Yeah.
Okay, so there we go. So did not. Cody Buchanan right now, again, a Formula Drift Pro rookie, comes down the hill in his trusty Nissan 350Z. Like you said, something maybe in the works. Maybe this year or next year. Taps that inside clip. Now past that, up the hill he goes and brings it into the outside zone 5. Fills it, definitely gets that Z in a box. Now comes back out and then into that last inside clip. Reboot wide open, Nissan Z.
Lots of clutch kicks in that one. Yeah.
He was keeping it sideways with that.
Yeah, definitely banging that clutch pedal quite a lot to keep that car out, getting some good angle with it. So Cody coming out nice and wide, kind of a subtle initiation there, but catches up just a little bit on that first inside zone. But doing a great job of powering up through the hill. Is smoke now starting to invade the booth. Little breeze blowing it up towards us now. But fully, yeah, I mean, this is a very smooth run from Cody. I think this is one of those ones where as a chase driver, you'd be very happy to kind of get in behind. There wasn't a lot of big adjustments throughout the whole thing. It was just silky from start to finish. Yeah,
flat out, nothing crazy, just good fluid, consistent. Like you said, that's a great one to chase down.
Yeah, it's really going to be interesting once we get into tandem how this is going to affect everything. So looks like 65.23 is what he is going to stick with, not able to make an improvement on that last run.
So 65.23, run 1 is the better of the two. Sits in 28th. It ain't over just yet there, Cody, but should be okay. Currently sitting 18th right now. First run, 70.73. Comes O'Sullivan, that U.S. Army BMW. Slides on into that first outside zone, past the inside clip. Did exceed that box a little bit from that first naked eye perspective. And then really in there, that's good. That was really good. I liked, again, that good balance of style, and he filled that outside zone. I think that was a good melding of adhering to what Wally wants and what the human judges want as well.
Yeah, and Conor can throw a ton of style. I mean, he's a driver that's out there as much as he possibly can, and he's cut his teeth really early. I'm super stoked to see the progression he's made up here in pro as well. He's always fighting for as big of a spot as he possibly can, and works incredibly hard to try and improve himself as a driver. But yeah, very stylish. If you ever see him at like a party event or a non-competition event, he can really throw it around. And liking to see these line scores coming in. Zone 3, unfortunately, not great for him. Same with Zone 6. The rest of it, I mean, the angle that he's throwing throughout a lot of this, I mean, he's almost perpendicular coming across the last section of track there. Unfortunately, missing Zone 8. So, yeah, picks up decent angle score, but unfortunately, line score is going to be what ends up holding him back on this run. So sitting on a 77.3. It looks like up a little bit, 71.8.
71.8 for Connor O'Sullivan. He does better his first score. So you can see it. Like I said, that was a good melding of what the Wally system wants as well as what the human judges want. I thought that was a good melding. Trenton Beechum. All right, that FL Pro Penthouse BMW Clone X. Let's see what Trenton Beecham's got for us coming down the hill. Now initiates into that outside zone. Little handbrake yank. He yanks on it into and up the hill. Oh, big correction and straightening. So obviously that will be reflected in his angle. Oh, and he escapes. So I don't think he's gonna better the 66.43. Now comes back. Yeah, so not as tidy. Definitely just a loose run there.
Yeah, and you don't know what they're working on in between runs, if they're changing anything, or if there's just, you know, he's got to adapt the style or adapt to what the track conditions are doing as well. You know, we've come down quite a fair bit when it comes to temperature, and that's going to make a fairly big difference when it comes to the way that this car ends up handling. He almost shuts it down going up the hill through outside zone 4. Really interesting. I know he's unfortunately lost a diff in practice early on. He was good to kind of get it out of the way as it was draining diff fluid pretty much everywhere. And I don't know if he has a spare or if he's ended up borrowing somebody's, but I posted the video up on his Instagram earlier today, and I've never seen one fail in the way this one did. It just
really
cracked all the way around the end housing. It was pretty crazy. So yeah, 66.43 is going to be his best score between the two.
66, yep, so that will stand. That's exactly what I anticipated. So 66.43, run 1 is the better of the two. K&N qualifying continues.
That should be Tommy Lemaire pulling up to the line.
TLO, Tommy Lemaire. Coming down a 70.66 on his first run. It's going to be hard to beat, but Tommy can do it. And we've seen obviously higher scores into the 80s. Tommy fills that first outside zone. Big angle there from Tommy Lemaire around that first inside clip. Good, another big angle there from Tommy Lemaire. Let's see if he can work it. Stays in there, doesn't go all the way to the course edge. Ooh, and again, hanging it out there. That didn't set him up too properly for the inside clip. And now the last one brings it in on home and into that inside. So 70.6, we'll see.
Yeah, it seemed like he was fighting the car a lot more through this one, kind of similar to what we saw with Trenton Beechum as well. So I think we may have hit this threshold now with the track where it's different enough for these drivers where they're having to make a lot of adaptations to be able to get through it. But as the zones start to collect, not looking too bad for Tommy, but not sure once again if it's going to end up beating the 76.6 that he's on currently. But it does, you can hear it, especially with his car. It's got such a unique sound, that V8. You can tell where he's really trying to work the car and what he's trying to get done with it. Another driver opting for yellow headlights. I don't know, a lot of little techniques and tricks to try and see through the smoke a little bit better.
Yeah, and it's problematic when it comes to head-to-head.
Yeah.
It is really hard to see. So 71.5, he does better it. So 71.5 on his second run. He does better. Yep, style. Yeah. That 14. So pretty comparable in yeah. So style got him up there. All right, moving right along. Daniel Stuke, 75.33. That is really good. Currently sits in 8th. He will most definitely be in the show. This is a good opportunity. Track time. See these conditions as well, because this is kind of the temps we're going to see Saturday night if you're in the show. So check your setup. See how it can navigate here in the colder, dry, nice conditions into the outside zone. Again, looks like Stuke, yeah. You were a little enamored by that?
That's good, just a really nice line.
Yeah, it was good. It was fluid, clean. Somewhat on the inside of that, there'll be a deduction there on that last inside clip, so exceeding that, going into the red, as we'd call it.
Yeah. Yeah, just the way that he came at the keyhole was actually really nice. I mean, there's a lot of angle through. It was very floaty, but yeah, just a different, kind of a different approach that we've seen from a lot of drivers, but I like it. Gets the initiation done really early, center punches that. You can see the deduction from that zone 2. Zone 3, as we come up the hill, just kissing that, but it was right through here. I was like, okay, I like this. I like how he pours on the angle, but he's not adjusting. He's not grabbing the handbrake. He's not scrubbing a bunch of speed out of it. It was just really good angle, and then coming down through the hill into the valley, looks good there, but unfortunately, yeah, really, really far inside on zone 8. But look at that angle, 47, so he's getting very close, a perfect 40. I think they got to hit, I want to say like 50 degrees to get a perfect 40, which is going to be tough. That's a really angly run. But he's going to stick with a 75.33, picks up a couple of points there on style, but not quite on angle.
Yeah,
his first run on angle was better.
Yeah, so 75.33. Run one is the better of the two. But strong qualifying
Stuke.
position.
Strong Stuke.
Quick Blake Pool. Nate Chen currently sits 25th. He scored 66.5. You can see the stats and the ticker coming on down the hill. Nate Chen into that outside zone. Good job by Chen. We talked about his fluidity. He's definitely gotten more and more aggressive as the seasons have moved on into that outside zone. Got in about the halfway point. Didn't get in early, but definitely got out there. Now coming across and across the finish line. All right, Nate Chen, you can see all the telemetry firing off for Nate Chen. Nate and his Nate Chen Racing 86 in association with Jerry Yang Racing.
Yeah, he was. He was with Jerry Yang even when he was back in Pro Spec as well, and obviously it's done.
A lot of knowledge.
Yeah. Just to tap into the Jerry Yang camp is worth the pay for sure. Just so much ability to get these things set up, but yeah, unfortunately Nate Zone 3 definitely eluded him a fair bit through that section through 5. Kind of opting for that same line I was talking about with Stuke, where he's really adding a bunch of angle to it. He crushes zone 6, almost perfect through there. We haven't seen a perfect angle. I don't think we've seen a perfect line score yet, but we've seen a couple get very, very close. But yeah, Chen, other than zone 3, that was really solid. Could have picked up some more angle here and there. But yeah, 21.1 out of 40 is going to be his line score on it. Missing that zone was a pretty big one. And that is going to be an improvement for him.
Yep, 71.23 puts him in a 19th position, the better score of the two for Nate Chen. As we continue on with qualifying, we have 18 more drivers. 18 more drivers with Hiroya Manoa not being here. 18 more drivers here at round 2 of the Formula J Pro Championship. Qualifying continues when we come back here at Road Atlanta.
vibe and live loud. This is what we are.
Check engine, ABS, or maintenance light on? There's an O'Reilly Auto Parts. Turn left, Tyler.
Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free and provides a report with solutions verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you don't want to do the repair yourself, we can recommend a shop for you.
Okay, Tyler, let's go fix your car.
Auto Parts.
And we are back. like I said, just a few more drivers left in qualifying, and we are looking at 18 drivers left to be exact. Up next, Dan Burkett, Rad Industries, Mark IV Toyota Supra at the top of the hill. The lights are on, the tire fires are waiting as Dan Burkett is ready to come on down. All right, let's see what Dan can do.
Step in the burnout box now, getting things warmed up and ready to go.
Right. Warming up the rubber. Let's see what we got. Brad Dan Burkett. What do we have on his first run?
72.83. Double check that.
Yep, 72.13. All right, 72 for Dan Burkett. And he's definitely up there. So
yeah, 15.
Yep.
I think he could make some improvements in a few spots, but for right now, sitting mid-pack, I mean, every driver wants to be at the top spot, but mid-pack's not too bad.
Okay, Brad Dan Burkett coming down the hill. Initiates, so we can see that angle there, 27, 26, 35, 47, maxing out that angle. Past that inside clip. See the speed here coming up the hill. Making his way into that outside zone. 72.13, that is his personal score to beat on his first run. Good angle from him. Now bring it back into that last inside clip. Straightforward, nothing crazy, full pull for Dan Burkett.
Yeah, I like that. Straightforward's a good way of putting it. And really, I mean, you want to kind of move out of that mid-pack. That's such a, the mid-pack is full of just an obscene amount of drivers, the way that they stack up, and especially the way the scoring is right now, like how tight everything is. Being in that position can be pretty tough because you really don't know who you're against. I mean, it's tough too with qualifying because like it doesn't really matter. Your first battle is going to suck. It's going to be tough. But yeah, for Rad Dan, I mean, he really wants to try and move up into like a fifth or a sixth. I mean, obviously first is the way to go, and he's got everything in him to be able to do it. Unfortunately, it didn't quite come together for him on this particular run, but seeing some of the runs he's done in practice, I mean, Dan's got a top qualifying run in him for sure. So we'll see what we get when we get a total qualifying score.
Yeah, so run one was the better of the two, 72.13, but still, look at that style score, 13.
Yeah.
That's really nice. That's good. That's going to
making some
work out well
improvements
for
there
tomorrow or Saturday. Okay, moving on. And next up, we are looking at Matt Field, the Beast from the Bay. Now, keep in mind, Matt had a 77.96. He was kind of the driver that really showed you that, you know, let's do this, do that, and work it out. But look how aggressive he is. He's coming in very high. I think this is going to be more of a steezy, big, styly, uncorked Matt Field run here in that Boiler Performance Corvette. Now coming to the outside zone. See, that's much more of a fluid, natural head-to-head line versus like a qualifying, you know, hacking it. Not a little control, alt, delete, up, down, down, left, right, select, start.
Yeah, I really, really liked what he did going into 5, where he wasn't grabbing handbrake or anything like that. Like he got into 5 and then just grabbed the throttle and then cranked it, which looked awesome. And really, once again, in head-to-head, that's going to do him so well. So gets into it, just comes out of it just a hair early. Unfortunately, that docks some points and catches on the inside of that. You can see all those scores stacking up at the top right-hand corner. But yeah, right here, he just gets on throttle and he powers through it. Like that to me is the way that outside zone 5 should be done. You know, I don't like it when you see drivers grab the handbrake, try and readjust all the way through. Make your adjustments in between zones. That's when it should be happening. Once you're in a zone, like, you know, it always looks better if you're just full throttle all the way through. Yeah. That being said, I mean, this is an incredibly difficult track. It's easy to sit up here and be like, oh, I could have done this, could have done that, but like, it's a very difficult track.
And 77.96, that was his first run score. So that stands to be the better of the two. But like I said, style points went up, line went down, and angle almost identical.
Almost identical, yeah. So it's, I mean, obviously, I'm sure he would have liked to get more line on that, but you can see what he was working on.
And moving on, Adam LZ, currently ranked 9th with a score of 75.16. or 75.76, we'll see, but 75 regardless. Here we go. Adam LZ in the Drift HQ, BMW, yanks a handbrake, pass it inside clip, and he is just definitely a methodical driver. I think this format really suits his style into that outside zone, right on that course's edge. That was really well done. Again, Adam, a bit of a robot, a tinkerer, right? So I think this style of judging really suits his style. So again, utilizing the race data labs, a little, giving that systematic approach. I think that, like I said, Adam's a bit of a robot himself, so he's going to really analyze and overanalyze.
Yeah, and he had a lot of questions earlier on in the drivers' meeting as well, about getting some clarifications on stuff. I know his spotters had a lot of questions about how the system's going through, and it's shown with these zone scores. Like he's getting this figured out and running that really, really wide line. That's what you want. You need to be on the edge of that track. 92% in zone 5. Now, unfortunately, that did push him just a touch wide through zone 6, and that's kind of the sacrifice you have to make. Zone 8 is going to be right here, and you can see that, just getting that wheel in. But good angle score, good job on the line. Is it going to be enough to beat what he had previously with the 75? But yeah, we can take a look here through it. Look at that line going through. And he's picking up speed in a lot of good spots as well. So that's what that green is. That's following him behind. He gets that decel done right at the last second, and here's going to be our zone 8. So just midway through that box, you want to be, once again, you want that tire straddling the white and the red. Like that's going to be the 100-point spot.
And 79.66 jumps up considerably. So almost in the 80s. He sits currently in 4th. So he shakes things up a little bit as far as qualifying. Shaking it up, shaking it down. Let's see what we can see from Ryan Litteral. Ryan Litteral, the 57.9. He needs to put down a run here to really solidify, because again, Ben Hobson does not have a score, so 57 on the lower side, but we know what Litteral is capable of. A lot of smoke lingering here in the bowl.
You need to get that breeze back that we were fighting earlier today.
Yeah, that breeze absolutely died. So making sure the smoke clears just a little bit. Man, you
can't see anything.
Yeah, you can't see anything.
That's
it is
crazy.
Really thick.
That's crazy.
It is really thick. Take a look down there, and you just can't see it.
It's just gone.
It is really tough. So imagine being a driver. Like you said, all those elements coming at you, just making those modifications. Like you said, we're up here in our tower saying do this, do that, but when you're in the thick of it, literally the thick of the smoke. Now coming into that outside zone. Yeah, it looks like he's not trying to work the system. He is just driving a good, clean line, not trying to drag bumper, but he does just naturally. Really good drive right now. I think this is definitely going to be better than 57.9. Quick little correction on that last outside zone. Excuse me, last inside zone.
Yeah, this is going to change. Hopefully it's going to be a big update for him when it comes to his ranking. But it's going to put some pressure on some other drivers to really clean up their score. I mean, obviously Ben Hobson, he's got to. I really like that he was able to get the initiation done really, really early. But it was a little bit wonky coming down the hill. You'd like to see it kind of hold that angle and drag that out all the way through, especially for that score as well. But yeah, for Ryan, I mean, you can see through some of these sectors, he's done quite a good job of getting right to the edge of where that zone needs to be, especially through zone 6 and zone 3. And the angle-wise, it was decent through a good chunk of that track. I mean, the stats are there. Stats don't lie. It's not just me saying things because I feel that way. I'm just reading off what's in front of me.
Okay, so here we are. Yes, he does. He jumps up a considerable amount, 70.20 in every category. So 28.32. Well done. So as far as sitting on the bubble, Jeff Jones now. He is on the bubble. And Andy Hateley. So Andy Hateley sitting in 31st. Jeff Jones sitting in 32nd.
Yeah.
Jeff is coming up next, actually. So Jeff on the bubble, the 51.6. He's going to want to up this quite a bit, just like we saw from Ryan Litteral. Remember, the car ripped up quite a bit. He was on the either side of the clip. So let's see what the Big Drift Energy Nissan Z could do. This is where you just got to go back and defect to the talent you know you have. Don't try to play any games. Just put a good line down. And I think that's how it worked out well for Ryan Litteral. So hits that inside clip. Nice job exiting out of the horseshoe. Now coming back up the hill, a lot better. And that is going to be definitely better than a 51.6. Where though? TBD. So if he jumps up, Andy Hateley will slide into that 32nd spot with Ben Hobson still yet to go, and he is just 2 drivers away. It'll be Simen Olsen, then Ben Hobson. So yeah, this is this is going to be better.
But this is big. I mean, Jeff had to make a big correction to the first outside zone, had to grab some left foot brake to try and hold that car back. He didn't want to slow it down too much so he could actually make it to the inner clip, but looks like as we get a few more zone scores stacking up here, he should be picking up some better points for sure and getting higher than that 51.6, which once again he's absolutely needs to, all things considered right now. So we'll get that score in and see if Jeff can breathe a sigh of relief.
Yeah, just to solidify and be more comfortable, he needs to get into mid-20s. Just really solidify that.
Yeah.
So K&N qualifying, and it is 65. Oh, just a little bit. So I still think he could, sit there comfortably, but still have some people to go. And again, keep in mind, Andy Hateley has completed both runs. So with that, Hateley jumps to 32nd.
Yeah.
So
Hateley's the one that, I mean, he's at this point, I believe he's the only one that can get knocked out because Ben is the only driver that can really surpass him at this point.
Yeah. All right, so here we go. This is Simen Olsen. Simen Olsen currently with a 69.23, comes down the hill, fills that outside zone, takes the box, goes over it, doesn't just dip that front tire in. Now into that outside zone. Good fluid line. Good little tap or yank on the brake. Nothing too aggressive, but just to keep it longer into that outside zone at the halfway point, and comes and brings it into that last inside zone and back up the hill.
Yeah, it's one of those, if you're going to use it, that's the way to do it, right? Just a quick little correction. Yeah. You're not cranking on it. You're not jumping back and forth on it. That to me is that's a correction, not a mistake, if you will.
Well, it just didn't modify the car, and also that's going to lend into the style category as well.
Yeah, you're not going to get docked nearly as much. I mean, ideally, they don't want you touching that at all through that section, through the zone. The handbrake can be used to kind of settle a car or something like that, but you'll see it right there. Just it's proper. It brought him further back in the zone. It did exactly what that. Yeah, it's an adjustment. It's an adjustment, not a correction. I think is a good way of breaking those two things apart. Yeah, this is looking fairly good here for
69.2. I don't know if that's going to totally better it.
48 and angle. It's going to be close with the 7s. Quick math. See what the judges think on the style side of things. That's going to be the differentiator here when it comes to this score.
69.23 on his first run. Second run,
I'm going to say he's up by 1.5 points.
70. So good.
We'll see.
70.5.
Yeah, or like a 7. Well, it'll be 71.7.
And 73.
Oh,
so
wow.
it is considerably. So 73.43 jumps up to 13th position. Good job there.
Yeah, across the board. Good job, Simen.
Yep. Simen Olsen jumps up to 13th position. Okay, so this is do or die for both Ben Hobson and Andy Hateley. Hateley waits the Drift Wizard E46, waits in the wings. If Hobson gets a score, that means Hateley, or it has to be, I think it was a 50-something. He needs to get a score on the board for this Penzo. And that's not it. That is not going to be it. So that could be unfortunately an incomplete. Ben Hobson, we will see officially. Now finishing out the entirety, and there's a little tire fire.
That's a good one. That's a really good one, though.
Holy cow, he is standing on it.
Yeah.
And hopefully
good job, Sofa.
That carbon. Check that left side. That left side.
That is a
lot of flames. All right, we'll get him down there. So this could be a little insult to injury here for Ben Hobson. That is a lot of smoke, a lot of fire.
That was like dripping down.
Yeah.
That seemed almost more than tire. Hard to say, but wow, great job, Matt. That's fantastic work. See, he's a fireman now. He's got a girl mustache.
Yep. So, like I said, this could be insult to injury. We don't know officially if that was an incomplete or not, but here he goes, initiates car, grips up, shoots him the inside. He center punched it. That might not be a total incomplete.
No. It's not great.
Just have not seen that.
Yeah, it's really not great, and I don't think that's, you know, me taking a risk at saying that. Oh, man, that's so rough. I really feel for Ben in this situation, but yeah, I mean, we're going to have to defer back to the judges on that one, obviously the Wally system, and see what it comes up with when it comes to a score. But it's going to be tough. He's got to beat right now 62.36, so that is the magic number, 62.36 for Ben Hobson. I mean, there's a lot of zones in here that were really good, but obviously there was a few that were not fantastic.
All right, headed back up the hill. All right.
Got that sorted quick. Good job, boys.
Yep. And good thing it was just off course. Didn't want to put it on the grass just in case that could.
No, you don't want to.
Yeah, that could get even more fuel for the fire. So Ben Hobson waits anxiously, him and his team. That was just so uncharacteristic. Ben has been driving so well, but let's take a look here. And he does get a score, but it is not a good one, a 58.2. Ben Hobson will not be in competition on Saturday. Ben Hobson and that Pennzoil RTR Spec 5 FD will not be competing on Saturday. So we'll take a short break. We'll take a look here, cleaning up right there before the start line. So that's where the cars actually just go through. So unfortunate turn of events, insult to injury, unfortunately for Ben Hobson. So, man, so unfortunate. We'll be right back with more qualifying action here at round 2 of the Formula Drift Pro Championship here at Road Atlanta.
When you're working on cars, there's a lot of things that can get you. A lot of little reminders from over the years. Fast Orange antibacterial kills 99% of germs that cause infection, and it has the strongest grease fighting formula in the Fast Orange lineup. This is our go-to at the shop. Citrus power, antibacterial protection, and grease fighter in one bottle. Fast Orange antibacterial hand cleaner.
それは国境を越えて時代やメーカーを越えて趣味嗜好すらも越えて車を愛する人たちをつなぐものつなぐ感情レイス
From Norway, an underdog, still learning, still improving.
I'm a lot of things now. A dad and a husband, car builder, shop owner. I'm 100% professional drift driver.
This should be fun. Yo, Ryan. Some great driving by Amanda. 3-time Formula Drift champion.
You know, being a drifter, we get so defined by what happens on track.
Big swing there. He applies the pressure.
It's not really just about whether we win or lose. It's much greater than that for all of us.
Oh, boy.
I'm honestly just another driver out there driving with the boys. I really just meshed with these people.
I've loved the relationships, the competition, the challenges, overcoming the challenges.
I really, truly love this sport. Everybody that makes it what it is such a great environment to be a part of.
Make some noise!
I have a certain speed in my blood and a well-rounded set of abilities that have gotten me pretty far in this sport.
I think I've always been pretty good about following my own intuition and things that felt right to me.
Ryan Tuerck gets the win.
I want to be iconic. I want to do cool things, not only just on the track, but also outside of the track.
Congratulations for making history.
Drifting is big ups and big downs.
Your new champion, Fredric the Norwegian Hammer Aasbo!
I love the butterflies and nervousness, but excitement at the same time.
It's a dogfight here.
Also kind of the unknown part of it. When you go out on track, you kind of don't know how things are going to unfold. You can only control what you can control and do the best that you can.
Hello. Holy cow. That is not ideal for Amanda Sorensen.
There's no denying that we're here to win.
Fredric the Norwegian Hammer Aasbo gets the win.
The question is finding the right energy, the right path to do that.
Getting aggressive.
As scary as it is, it's a pretty spectacular adventure we set out on.
He's not going to let him run away with it.
My name's Amanda Sorensen.
Fredric Aasbo.
Ryan Tuerck. Love the controlled chaos of this sport.
That was drifting.
Controlled chaos continues. Brought to you by Rockstar Energy, those three pilots. And speaking of Rockstar Energy drink, here he is. Build it, race it, fix it. That's the program. Wash, rinse, repeat. He said join that conversation in the community of Snap-on tools. You gotta love it. Ryan Tuerck. Ryan Tuerck got Formula Supra, the Toyota Stout, GT4586.
He builds the coolest cars.
Yeah, he builds definitely cars that catch a lot of attention. So that's Snap-on's motto this year: build it, race it, fix it. So it's definitely adheres to the culture, the automotive culture. All right, here we go. Ryan Tuerck, that Rain-X Toyota GR Corolla, whips in that hot hatch into that first outside zone. A lot of handbrake there, working the system. But look at this thing, jumps up the hill, powering up. Again, he's running that power plant that is underneath the hood of Fredric Aasbo's Toyota Supra. That 6-cylinder. Big angle there from the hot hatch. Now comes back into that inside clip. Boom, right on the ticker. 411.
Solid.
That was well done.
Very solid.
Ryan Tuerck. What was his first score? 69.66.
Yep, 69.66. I was chatting with Steph a little bit earlier on because obviously him and Freddie have basically identical engines. I was like, why does Tuerck sound so much deeper and more guttural? And he runs a 3.5-inch exhaust as opposed to the 3-inch on Freddie's. It makes that much of a difference when it comes to sound. So yeah, just I thought it was like maybe it's a different build, different heads. I want super complex with the whole thing. He's like, nah, just bigger exhaust. It's like, okay. But yeah, Tuerck, this looks great. It's very smooth all the way around. He's stable. He's not making a ton of corrections. Kind of sets the angle, commits to it all the way through. Very smooth, very chaseable. This is something that a chase driver would absolutely love to be following behind. Because he's not fighting this car. Pull just a touch of angle coming up through the uphill section, and just to be able to extend it all the way out. But other than that, I mean, yeah, it's just a very party drive. Ryan Tuerck, he looks so relaxed this year. Do you think the pressure is off? Because he's like, this is it. Like, no pressure. I can just.
I think that plays a role, and just all of it. He's getting a lot of seat time. So 70.96. He does better it just barely. I mean, by 1.3 points, but it still does better. So it slides him into 21st spot for Ryan Tuerck. Moving along here, we are looking at Chris the Force Forsberg. So Forsberg, one of the final 9 drivers. No, literally 10 drivers. So here we go. This is Chris the Force Forsberg in that Destined Industries all-new Z, the Optima battery, giving that spark and then ripping on in and past that clip. There goes the Z. He was the qualifying leader at one point. He still is in that top, I believe, 3. He has an 80.66. So now he is, again, it looks like he is a lot more fluid there. The Magna Flow, bro. Feeling the flow. Past that clip and then back up the hill. Is that enough? 80.6? That was pretty damn good.
Pretty good. It was pretty good. He's, yeah, he's getting this sorted. He really is. I watched his new video this morning while Pro Spec was doing some practice and stuff. Yeah. And same thing he's talking about. She's like, just trying to figure this out. Just trying to understand what it is I need to do. And
like he's figured it out.
Yeah, he's getting there. Zone 1 could have just held into it. He was deep through a lot of it, but just could have held through that zone a lot longer. You got to remember, all these zones are weighed the same except for this one.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah, that was really nice. Like left foot brake just to hold the car back at the last second. You know, a different technique to what Simen Olsen did, but with a very similar result. But yeah, felt great. I think angle score wise, like you can tell a lot of these drivers. Yeah.
That is
a little bit, yeah.
This is at 45 degree.
So 35.5 on the points for that one.
Yeah, 35 at an angle. That is really good. Let's see if they like the style. And again, he had 80. So no, it does not better his first run. So line, he is lacking there. 27 out of 40, but 36 out of 40 on the first run. So just down a little here and there.
Yeah.
But still a really, really good run. So Chris is definitely one to watch when it comes to head-to-head. All right, James the Machine Deane, current ranked in the second position with 82.13. It's going to be definitely hard to beat. If he can do it. James Deane going to beat himself. Here we go into that. Initiates into the outside zone. You saw him dragging. I feel like he wants to get into the 90s. Like just prove everybody wrong. Get that massive angle. Hit that right line. Look at it.
Yeah, there it is.
That was it. Yeah. He's like, hold on, I'm not leaving you just yet. C'est la vie, nope. Sail on me, baby. Come sail away into that last inside clip. Yeah, look, you could tell he was like, no, it's gripping up. No, it's not. You stay. Sit, boo-boo, sit.
He's got such a unique ability to kind of know where every part of the car is on the track at any point in time. It's really interesting. I mean, all these drivers are so good at understanding spatial awareness in such an incredible degree. But James just kind of, it feels like, takes it to a different level. You start to see those zone scores now piling in. I mean, look at that. 91, 74, 90. Really extends that out through 5. What's that end up coming out to? 74. So could have just a touch more through that section. 6 had to sacrifice a bit. It'll be interesting. Second overall right now. Unfortunately, yeah, pushing a bit wide through zone 8. So I don't know if it's going to be enough, but look at that angle score, 49-degree average. That is nasty. Absolutely nasty. I think a lot of that has to do with the entry, where he's kind of 90 degrees to the track all the way through. You can see the acceleration decel there, as well as in that little bar off to the right here. So super cool, all the different additions they put in. I asked for a ability to go frame by frame as well as half speed, so that's in there in the bottom left-hand corner. And yeah, Michael and the whole Race Data Labs team doing a great job at updating all this. So
yeah, just
taking a lot of feedback.
Even from round 1 to this round,
yeah.
82.13. So
not quite.
That was that's the first run score. So you could see though 29, 30. So pretty comparable on angle, style down a little bit, and
touch better on line.
Yeah.
I mean they obviously took a lot of heat and conversation when it came to the first round, but
it's new, it's unknown. That was our theme on the podcast we did. Unknown.
Oh
it's
yeah,
scary.
I
don't know what this is.
That was the whole year.
Yeah.
But I think they've done a great job at updating everything and providing more clarity to everybody as well. So it's been good.
All right, let's make it clear that Dylan Hughes is going to try to better a 75.6. He's currently sitting at 8th. So that's a couple of position for the Royal Purple O'Reilly Auto Parts BMW. Good fluid line. And it just brings it on into the outside zone. Oh, that was nice.
Yeah.
I like that. That was
really,
really good. Just hitting that arc so well, so smoothly. And Dylan brings it back in. Well done.
See that pop off? Shook the whole car. Yeah, Dylan, another driver. I mean, it's been fun to watch them experiment and try and find new ways to crack the code. because everyone's trying just different things. So Dylan, probably about 45 degrees throughout that section. Not quite as much angle as we saw with James a little bit earlier on. Dylan going with the yellow, at least headlight. I don't know if it's a fog light or what's going on there, but the yellow vision. Almost getting all of zone 5, pushing a bit wide. And we're seeing this a lot. The drivers that are doing a fantastic job through 5 are struggling a little bit to get out to 6. And I think it's just the arc that they have to take. It's really, really tough. It's just a really, I don't want to say awkward, but it's a difficult transition from 5 over to 6. So you have to decide. And to me, go with 5 because it's worked for them.
So 35 and 23, you can see their angle line. So just quickly like that, 75.6. The run 1 is the better of the 2, holds 8th position. Diego Higa coming out of the burnout box. You can see him there up top of the hill, scrubbing his tires. Diego Higa, he is on GT radial tires. Again from Sao Paulo, Brazil. Good to see him back.
Yeah, really good to see him back. And keep it swinging.
Yeah, just that time away from FD, get the car maybe set, get it proper.
I mean, Brad Dan did the same thing. He's never looked better, right? Totally. Like sometimes that year, just to be like, okay, I'm not chasing things. I can take a minute to breathe and rebuild the car and put things back where they need to be. So yeah, I don't like seeing anybody leave, but sometimes that break is a good move.
Yeah, you gotta reset and get your program right. Make sure all your ducks are in a row. Quack quack. Here we go. Diego Higa, 73.1, currently sits in 7th. So all the country of Brazil cheering him on. It's the only Brazilian driver competing currently in Formula Drift.
Sorry, 14th. That's his run order. That's
thank you.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. Yep. So currently in 14th position. Like that. So 7th driver in the running order. And here comes Diego Higa. You can see just top of the hill how much that smoke just lingers, and the lights just really exasperate it too as well. Here we go, Diego Higa into that inside clip. Now transitioning. Look, I mean, the thing looks like it's popping a wheelie, man. I mean, it's got a lot of power into that outside zone, dragging all of it. Throws him off a little bit off that inside clip, the keyhole. Tapping the brake, working it into that last clip. Does exceed it a little bit, but a good run, 73. And the track is absolutely transforming. So definitely commending them as far as, just adapting to the track conditions. Looks like might have shut it down across the finish line.
Yeah, he's coming up.
Did have a full pull.
Yeah, coming up in a bit of a crawl there at the end of the run, but really gets that car out early. 80 in him, first zone is fantastic. I mean, it's definitely up there. We talk about the score, zone 393. So Higa just feels like he's on a heater, even all the way through 5. It's very smooth. Does push out. I expect 6 is not to be great. There it is, 13%. But yeah, I mean, the first half of this run is absolutely world class, and unfortunately just wasn't able to really, really keep it going through the rest of it. But yeah, first half of that run, man, that is absolutely top notch. And yeah, it looks like he's out of the car. Hopefully he's got the parking brake on.
Car's just gonna roll.
That's really weird. They're looking at the back, getting a point to the front. Hopefully I'm not seeing any fluids behind him. But the hand signals, there's a lot of them. A lot of them. I'm not quite sure what's going on. But we'll get a score back in here.
And it does better. He does better with a 73.86. So, I mean, look at identical line scores. Almost identical angle. Look at just barely a scotch better on style. So like
Mr. Consistent.
Just yeah.
Mr. Consistent.
Almost identical to his first run.
That's almost harder to do.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, exactly. Dude, perfect.
Yeah.
All right, so Diego Higa, 6 more drivers left. We got Branden Sorensen, Cody Bakchis, Cole Richards, Jack Shanahan, Fredric Aasbo, and of course, we end things with Conor Shanahan. Looks like Diego Higa will get a tug here, and hey, walk us through. So again, tire placement on the front clips and outside clips. Is a 100-point score attainable?
I mean,
it is wildly difficult.
Theoretically, it is attainable, but it's incredibly, incredibly difficult. Yeah, so it's a trailing wheel on the insides, and then it's going to be that lead rear on the outsides. That makes sense.
The trailing wheel.
Yeah.
So on the inside. So, like, again, let's take a look at again a Wally run again. So again on the inside clip. So if you're approaching it.
Yeah,
so
even if, Michael, if you can throw it half speed for me, that would be fantastic. So right now it's going to be the front right wheel, or sorry, we're now looking at the
outside zone. So you want that back left?
It's going to be the back right.
And then trailing wheel.
So the front left.
Right there.
Yeah.
And then now on this one, it's
front right. Yep. And it's going to be that white line right between
right
those.
on it. Nailed it.
Nailed that one.
Okay.
And then, back left through here.
Back left, so he does exceed it, goes into the red.
Yeah.
Okay, this is another back left. You want to ride the track edge. Very close. Good job.
And it just comes off just a little bit through there.
Now this is front right.
Which he just clips the corner.
Just catches it. And this is back left.
Yep. And that car just grips up a little bit. Now this is not judged here.
That is not a clip.
No, so that is not. So they give them the choice of kind of what their natural line is going to be through this section. And then it's going to be front right, which he exceeds. Yeah. So the point where the white and the red meet, that is the 100 point. That line in between, right? If you think of like track edge, right? We always want them to be on track edge. That's where that would normally be. Where it gets a little bit trickier is when we get into like the walls and things of that nature. So it gets a little bit different at that point in time. But here we, quote unquote, don't have walls. We do. If you get out to the wall here, you've got a much bigger problem on your hand.
And it has happened.
Oh, yeah. We saw it. Saw it in practice. I don't think Pro Spec had a few. I think Christian Catrone took a little venture out that way.
Yeah.
US Drift
we showed that clip Jack Shanahan last year going to that wall on initiation. So
I remember Kyle Mohan getting and moving the wall.
JTP, I know he's gotten into it.
Yeah.
So it's still not, even though we do have more room than say Long Beach, they are attainable.
It's almost worse though, because you're kind of picking up speed coming across the grass.
Ripping.
Yeah. When there is a wall, you know where you need to be, but yeah. Tough go. Yeah, there's been a few good ones there for sure. Kelsey Rollins.
Yep.
Ferris Katumi.
Okay, Branden Sorensen. Did you say Ferris?
Yeah, Ferris hit his first run out, and then he chased the line initials all season.
Here we go, Branden Sorensen. Branden Sorensen coming down the hill. He's in that Sorensen Motorsports BMW. Got a new quad lock there on the back. We'll see if he can lock it in past that inside clip. Look at the angle here, 52 degrees. Getting into the outside zones. Puts it right in, taps that brake. These LS BMWs. And now comes back down. Again, that is not a clip. And then here is inside clip 8.
Yeah.
It's back up the hill.
Yeah, and it shows you too, like if you think back to qualifying of old when we were having to do this all by eye as well. Something like that last clip, that's really, really tough to judge. Right,
really hard to see.
Yeah, to see exactly. Like it's dark out. He's got a black car. It's just a difficult thing to be able to put eyes on coming through that section. But now with everything mapped out, we're taking a look at it. We get to see it both in real life and in digital form. Man, Brandon's looking really solid through this. This might have escaped us in how good of a run this really is from Branden. Taking a look through zone 6, might have been the only one. Man, this might be up there with some of the best.
I mean, he has a 64, which is not great, but
way down
line and angle is good. Style, what do we got here? The young buck, Branden Sorensen, locked it in. We talked about Canny at 82.10. Yes, sir. Jumps up considerable. Look at that. Line 32, angle 35. That was really, really good. Congrats,
Branden
Sorensen.
Great job. It's one of those when it's happening, like sometimes the runs that are like that smooth, you kind of like, okay, it's a great run. It's not dramatic.
Not the case.
Yeah, this was phenomenal.
Well, I think Kojima, I just saw him when I was coming up the thing, on that break. Had a big old sigh. I'm like, what's up? He's like, just need to step it up. So, all right, Ody Bakchis, he is currently #1 with an 83.43. But now this is sparring right now. He's sparring with the course and sparring with the car. So Ody Bakchis, so smooth. Like you said, sometimes the smoother ones are, very deceiving because they are just that. They're so smooth, and that's what you want to see. And look at that. Look at the lights. They're pointed out. Look at the lights. He's getting that vision. Really good vision there for Ody Bakchis. And past that last clip, I don't know if that's going to better 83.43, but that was, regardless, a really, really good run.
Yeah, I don't, gut feeling says I don't think so. unfortunately, because it's still a really, really solid run from Aurimas Bakchis here. So it goes for a kind of a safe initiation, like doesn't go for a big feint or weight transfer or anything else. Just kind of lines it up, floats it in there, does a really good job through that. I mean, Odie, just another very analytical driver as well. He's always chasing that perfection. Zone 4, that's 97%. That's incredible. Zone 7, 97 again. Yeah, Odie, like,
dude,
damn. I think it's gonna be zone 8.
Killing it.
He's gonna take a hit there. Yeah, only 2%. So, just really interesting. There you go. That gives you a bit of an idea. So, yeah, great job from Odie all the way through these. This is magical. I love it.
Yeah, again, hats off to Race Data Labs, just really up in the ante there.
And you can see the angle as well, moving around with the car in that gauge to the right. And then that, I believe, is his speed next to that on the other gauge. So they've been playing around a lot with like how they want to display this information, because there's so much, and we're not.
You can inundate it, but you got to keep it simple. And so again, run 1 was the better one.
Yeah.
You could throw all these numbers, and I'm like, well, this sometimes it's too much.
Oh, I 100% agree. It can be stimulus overload, and it takes away from it. So I'm really happy with where we're at when it comes to this graphics setup. So great job to the live stream team and. You know, the data company that runs everything in between. There's so many people that make this happen. It's crazy.
So hats off to the whole crew.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Cole Richards, again, currently sitting 4th in points. Again, we talked about him being a little wallflower, more ways than one, but one headlight playing the jams. Ooh, he threw it at it, had to back off a little bit to modify and adjust. He currently has a 72.6. He's sitting at 16th right now. And now coming through and exiting out. Let's see how he nails this last clip. Right on it. Yep, so again, that trailing front wheel, so that front right. So 62 miles per hour.
That one seemed a little more unhinged.
Yeah.
Little more wild, little more Cole Richards, just really going out there, having fun with it. You can see he's trying to go for that James Deane entry. Gets caught out just a little bit. Does a good job though, 54%, considering what that entry looked like, but unfortunately did not do great through zone 3. And then through 5, he's just, the car is really, really wicked up through that part, so he's got to back out of it. He's much more of a straight line approach. So it's one of those, like, when it comes to style, you can look at it like it's really aggressive, it's really stylish, but it's kind of sloppy.
Yeah.
So that's going to be the back and forth. So I would say style score is not going to be.
Oh, he does better, 74.43. So just by a few points, 2.2.
Style is what brought it up, yeah.
Yep.
So that aggression is really what the judges seem to be looking for.
Aurimas Bakchis, James Deane, Branden Sorensen, top 3. Forsberg sitting in 4th, Hateley in 5th. 3 drivers left, Shanahan, Aasbo, and Shanahan. Kick things off with the older brother, Jack Shanahan, in that Pulsar Turbos E82.
Try not to call runs too early, but when Jack feels like he's behind and he gets a little angry, that is when he pulls out something magical.
Well, you know, I mean, he's still sitting in 19th, but this would definitely just,
that,
I think, bring
to a
confidence
Shanahan, that's an insult.
Right. Yeah.
Anything in double digits, you're like, are you kidding me?
Yep. All right, so Jack, again, sitting at 19. This is his momentum going into tomorrow too, getting more comfortable with the car. So Shanahan rips in to that inside clip, pulling tire. Yeah, you talked about it. Looks like he is definitely driving a bit more spirited in this second run. Out to the course, hitting off that rev limiter into the clip. So you can see all the telemetry, super active right now. Getting through. Ooh, that was the wrong side, homeboy.
I don't know if we're going to see it in the replay, but something fell off that car pretty early. It might have been an action camera or something like that. At first, I was hoping it wasn't the Wally unit, but I can't quite see it there. But something flew off. Yeah, Jack definitely getting a little bit more aggressive through this. 91 on that first one, collects the second zone with 38% on that. Coming up the hill, this is definitely a spicier run from Jack Shanahan. When he came through the initiation, the collective booth kind of went, ooh. Like we all knew what was about to happen. The downside was, as you can see with zone 2 and zone 3, got a bit too aggressive through there. 7 though, holy cow. And then superseded 8. So picked up some great points in a few spots, but the spots he really didn't.
Yeah, angle, good degree of angle there. 35 out of 40, 24, not so great in the line category. might jump up if they like,
yeah,
if they like the style. And he does, 76. So there we go, single digits.
There we go. We're better.
You happy about that there, lad?
I don't think. We'll find out. We'll find out.
Jack, I mean, again, just getting to know Jack over the couple years. He's a really good cat.
Oh, he's a great guy.
And his lady, just really mild-mannered. I haven't seen him get out of hand.
Corey
Corey
brings snacks from Ireland for me to give to my wife. Okay. There's like one snack she really likes. It's like
Here we go, Fredric Aasbo looking mean. The fangs are out. Look at that, the yellow fangs in that Toyota Supra. That rocks. Ooh, kind of scrubbed some speed. That looks very. It looked like it was kind of bogging down on power or something, but doesn't seem to be the issue right now. But interesting approach. Is he exercising placement right now more than speed? That's what it seems like. But maybe, I mean, just knowing Steph Papadakis, he's in his ear probably saying, hey, do this, try this. That. There could be some strategy there. I mean, keep in mind, he is currently sitting 6th with a 78.13, so still a great score, but
speed's not a factor.
Yeah.
Right? It's really not. Consistency
style
is. Speed
would be a factor into style.
Yeah, but it's more like a consistency thing. Like, judges aren't going to sit here and be like, oh, you're only doing 48 instead of 52. We're going to dock you points. Now, if you're changing speed a lot, they will dock you points. But yeah, look at this. As these zone scores start to roll in, it is interesting. What seemed to be the start of a very strange run, now as we're stacking up, might turn into a #1 qualifier. If this last one comes through, holy cow, that is quite the stack.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So this is what I was talking about.
Yeah.
I think they're exercising the demons here and really trying to figure out placement.
It's been fun. Once again, you and I having to relearn how this is all working, but it's pretty neat.
Well, these visuals, have really come into play this round.
Yeah, this is great, and this gives so much transparency to both the fans and us and the judges and the drivers and everybody. Like, they're going to be going back through and scrubbing all these and being like, hey, you missed an inch and a half off this zone. How are we going to fix that?
All right, is it reflected in the score? And it is 78.7. So just barely, 0.6 or 0.57. So half a point
angle
higher.
And style was the two. But I mean, if you remember back to Freddie from previous, like he was, accused of being a robot because he was so good at just laying down the same run over and over again. So I mean, speaking of
Ex Machina, he's robot to robot. Here we go, our final driver, run 2. This is Conor Shanahan, our points leader, coming into this round. Can he maintain that points lead after Saturday night? Conor Shanahan and Juka Racing Red Bull 86 now into that outside zone. Fills it up. 70.6. He currently sitting 24th. So not ideal. Like you said, the Shanahans trying maybe a little bit more spirited to jump up. 70.6 is his current run 1 score. Is that enough?
Yeah, it was just an interesting line as he came back down the hill. I don't know if you caught that. It looked like he really, really held out for a long time through that period, and it's not something we've really seen anybody else do. So take a look here as the wide lights are out. You can see how it's lined up. It's perfect. You can see directly forward when that car is at the optimal angle. And that's also, I mean, it could be a fun little indicator of like, hey, this is really where you need to be.
Yeah.
I'm shocked more people are not doing it, to be honest with you. Yeah, Zone 5, not perfect. Came out of that a bit early. Scores reflecting that. But it's coming through here that's interesting. Really pushing that car in. He holds it forever to then dive back in. That is, I think in a head-to-head situation, that is going to be a problem. I don't think you can really pull that off, but the judges don't really say that you can't. You are kind of closing the door on another driver, though. So we'll see. We'll see what it looks like points-wise, but Conor Shanahan right now is definitely going to have an interesting battle when it comes to top 32.
All right, well, Jacob, here is our final score coming in our K&N qualifying. Round 2 of the Formula 0 Pro Championship, 70.6. So the run 1 was the better of the two.
Yeah.
But again, what a great, just pulling back the curtain, showing you more of the technology, how it's being utilized. I think that was really great, very reflective. Thank you to our judges. Thank you to Race Data Labs. Thank you to our whole live stream staff, and congratulations. Coming out on top was Odi Bakchis. Odi Bakchis, #1 qualifier. You got this, babe, says Amy Bakchis. She's over here, and he does got this because he did really well. So congratulations the #1 qualifier, Ody Bakchis, field suspension, Subi Mods, BRZ. And again, Jacob, I'll see you Saturday up here in the booth as Matt Sopa. You
get to hang out tomorrow.
Get to hang out. But Pro Spec tomorrow, 3 o'clock. Tune in as it's a joint venture. Grid Life, Formula Drift here at Road Atlanta. A lot of things going on. Check the schedule, check the Instagram, check it all out, and come back and see us once again. Jacob, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, sir. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm very much looking forward to watching Pro Spec. If you don't watch it, please watch it. It's going to be such a good time.
Watch it.
No,
or else.
Yeah, if you love drifting, just watch all drifting.
I said scram. All right, well, thank you, Jacob. Let's take a look at our bracket as it is getting shaped up and the track's getting cleaned and prepped. But would love to see you out here in person if you can make it out. But again, super excited. Thank you so much for joining us out here at round 2 of the Formula Drift Pro Championship. That continues on Saturday, and then tomorrow is Pro Spec. Looks like might get a little rain in the morning on Saturday, but tomorrow looks to be clear. We will see that. So again, Ody, James Deane, Sorensen, Forsberg, and Adam LZ. Those are your top 5 qualifiers, so on and so forth. Aasbo, Field, Shanahan. RCP, Dylan Hughes in that top 10. Congratulations to them. Stuke, Vaughn Gittin Jr., Cole Richards, Masuyama, Diego Higa. And just winding things down here. Local time just before 11 o'clock, 10:45. So this is how it shapes up. Andy Hateley versus Ody Bakchis. Shanahan versus Litteral. Deane versus Buchanan. What are we looking at?
Fun ones. Vaughn Gittin versus Nate Chen. That could be interesting. Cole Richards, Tommy Lemaire, a bit of a throwback to
LC
the old
versus Beechum.
Yeah, there's some
That
fun
could be
ones.
good.
Hughes Castro. That's actually going to be sick. Higa Burkett. I mean, there's really not a bad battle in here. Shanahan Litteral will be interesting. Rome and Conor will be interesting. Rome, qualifying 9th.
All right, so that's how it shapes up. You can see our top 32. This goes down Saturday. Round 2 of the Formula Drift Pro Championship. Thank you so much. Thanks for playing, and we'll see you online, and we'll see you another time. Because talking about tomorrow, round 1 of Link Engine Management Pro Spec Championship, the iconic red dirt meets asphalt at this iconic track. It all began here 23 years ago, and the party continues tomorrow, 3 o'clock, Pro Spec Championship. I'm Jared Deanda, Jacob Gettins, our whole team. We'll see you tomorrow.